Hello, friends. Welcome in. Oh, hello. We attempted to do a test stream earlier today, and just for a little bit, just to make sure new PC and things are working well. And it was it was until the electrician tripped the breaker, and yeah, that ended the stream pretty quickly. So something in the universe is out to get me, and I'm trying to figure out why. Like, what did I do? Did I cut some old lady off in traffic? Did I eat too much of the leftover? Like, what happened? What happened, man? It's my first day. No, I can guarantee I know what happened. It's because he was working on a hot circuit and thank you, Drifter. Um, it's because he was working on the breaker was hot. He's working on a hot circuit. So I guarantee he was wiring in stuff and he crossed the yeah, he crossed the streams, if you will. Killed too many. No, I did not. Wary, think of it as 16 months, friend. Don't cross the streams. Gosh dang it. It's fine. It's fine. Make some adjustments here. All right, that might need adjusted actually. So the other thing that I don't have set up right now is I do not have Lumia streams set up. So if there are points being spent or anything like that, that might be a prob, Bob. Might be a prob, Bob. That is one of the things I have not set up. Everything, like basically everything else I've set up, but I'm fairly certain that Lumia is cloud saved stuffs and things, so I should be able to bring it back pretty easily. Should. Hi Kiwi, hello. Lost Cat, hello. Hope the computer problems get better. Well, I can only hope that they're better now, so we will find out soon enough. Yeah. You and the friends ever play? No, I have not played Roadside Research yet. I want to. It was recommended. It's definitely one that's on the list. On the list of all the lists that are just endless amounts of games. Yeah. Do a raffle for the. No, I want to try to revive it to keep it here so that others in the house can use it. That's the plan. Lie Wolf, thank you for the 7 months. The week has been good, friend. How have you been? Oh, anywho, I'm excited. I've been waiting for this damn demo to come out for so long now, so we finally get to try it. I'm excited. It's about an hour, like 40 minutes. They said like 40 minutes to an hour that we'll probably get out of it. So after that, I'll probably switch to Faz. Living room light turned itself on the last couple of days. So I did a little EVP session a little bit ago. Unfortunately, no friendos. Oh. What Rewind 99 is? Basically Schedule 1 if it was Blockbuster. I hope that helps. That should be pretty self-explanatory at that point, but it's a video rental store. Think of it like visuals. Think of Doug. Did you ever watch Doug? You ever watch that show growing up or like later in life or whatever? Hey, Mon, how are you? Anne Marie, hello. Rip Blockbuster. Nah, you know, they kind of dug their own grave. Yeah, unfortunately. And you can play. Yeah. So take your first shift at Rewind 99 as the last video rental store standing. Run the shop, upgrade the store, unlock early side hustles, and begin building your rental empire while exploring the rich world of Reshoot Springs. Oh my God. Whatever it takes to survive, solo or 4 players. So you can play with 4 players. So it's going to be fun. I can play Helmart again. Possibly. I say possibly all the time, but it's just there's so many games, man. It's so tough to be like, oh, this new game's out. Oh, or I could go back and try this one. Oh, or there's another one coming. Oh, or we could do, yeah. 4 players. Yes. Biz, think of the biddies, dude. We'll see. Worked at Blockbuster for a few months. Such a blast, but I preferred my movie theater job. Suncoast job. Oh my God, Suncoast. Yeah, Blockbuster, unfortunately, they had an opportunity, not necessarily an opportunity to like keep physical media alive, but they had an opportunity for their company to stay alive. And they unfortunately made some bad decisions. They had an opportunity to buy Netflix. And well, we all see what happened now. Hey, Jordy. How's it going, friend? Resident Evil Requiem is on the radar. Now, I don't know if it matters that much that I haven't even played the last couple Resident Evils. If that doesn't matter, then we might jump into Requiem when it comes out. Cap, think of the 13 months. It might be the plan. Hollywood Video took over after Blockbuster went down 4 years after they shut down. I got a notice from collections. Oh my God, $40. Get out of here. Get out of here. Honors, hello. It's one of your favorite. My wife got me this for Father's Day one year. Yeah. Yeah. I've even got my Dundee is on the shelf. It's back there. Yeah. Future Dwight mug. Yeah. Hey, Cruz. How are you? Good to see you, Jimmy. Thank you for the follow. Silly Banana. Hello. I'm jazzed. From what I heard, it picks up after Resident Evil 4 timeline wise. Okay. I might have to like do some digging and do a refresh. Let's see what I can do. Yeah. Hadder. Thank you for the 34 months. Hi, friend. Blue, hello. Phone, shut up. Ribs, hello. So we will start with the Rewind 99 demo. Again, this is like, they've already told us it's like almost an hour that you'll probably get out of it. And then after that, we just got to wait for the full game that's supposed to release next month. So we will see. Yeah. I watched short form enough. I don't know why I haven't popped in live. Hey, what up, Jimmy? No, you're good, dude. And listen, we all have our favorite platforms and we stick to them. Loving the shirt. It felt required. It felt like a must. Hi, Shauna. The Quest version was peak. Ooh. Oof. Can I ask, what is 99 demo? Is it like Phasmo? No. Not at all. Yeah. It's about running a video rental store. Played the OG on PS2, then remaster on PC. Oh, what? Resident Evil? I played that. I want to get the Resident Evil for Dreamcast. That's one of my missions. I'm going to do that at some point. I would love to play that. Once I get like all the retro stuff set up, I would love to get that back. Hi, Michaela. It's like Phasmo, but if it wasn't Phasmo at all, and it was about a video rental store. Yeah, basically. Donosaurus, thank you for the biddies. Yeah, so let's do the things, man. I'm going to go ahead and load the game up. We are going to get kicking, and we'll see what happens from there. Game on. Let's see. I do not have this, though. Hold on. Do I need anything? Well, no, where's the download? Where it at, bruh? Oh, there we go. Desktop app. There it is. It's exactly like Phasmo. If Phasmo wasn't, yeah, right, exactly. Missed the 90s. I didn't have any, except to be home before the streetlights came on. Oh, Siren, that was me, friend. Yeah, my parents, like, we had a pool that was not far from our house, so we would go there a lot, and we'd spend all day there, and then we'd come home to eat, and that was basically it. And then we go right back every single time. Empathy, thank you for the 10 months. Appreciate you. Okay, I wonder if all of this saved. It probably did not. How's the new pewter? It's good. It's good. It's been really deceiving things that have happened since I've gotten it. But itself, without any outside factors, has been great. So we will see. Chat Noir, welcome in. Coda, thank you for the 26 months, friend. We will get going here in a second. I just need to do the things in this stuff. Oh, my Lanta. Goombar, thank you for the 11 months. Is that the correct login? Maybe. Need to log in. Yeah. New pewter, yes. If you do exclamation point specs, you can see everything about it. My old one was basically ready to take a crap. Absolutely ready to take a crap. When's the next Phasmo stream? Whenever I play Phasmo again. Look, only one of you has to do it. Any idea when you'll try Reanimal with Break? Consider hopefully soon. I know now that things should run properly. Yeah, I'm hoping within the next couple weeks at least. As long as they're down to do it, obviously. So we will see. But yeah, I was very fortunate that that Mr. Chinggis was so willing to be helpful and making sure that everything was set up and appropriate. Is 22 posters too many or should I get more? How much empty space is there? If there's empty space, you need more. You need more. Fill the walls. Fawn, thank you for the 16 months. Thought it was 15. Well, apparently not. Why did I say there's an error? Big Fluffy, if you try refreshing the app, it might help. It's obviously probably on Twitch's side. I doubt that it's on your side. All right. Okay, that should be good. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Kate, hello. All right. Now I'm basically ready to rock. So we're just going to go ahead and start it up. Let's go. Did you already go over what was wrong with the old PC? The old PC, the main problem was that everything was getting old and the graphics card especially was starting to die. Missouri, thank you for the 27 months, friendo. The graphics card was starting to take a boo up. So unfortunately, there's nothing I could do about it. And ironically, the cost to get the computer that I have now is a decent amount lower than what it would have been if we would have tried to build our own. Game, are you going to load or what? There we go. It's a pre-build. Yeah, it's a pre-build. Thank you for the 6 months. Hi, Mr. Rafa. All right, what is it saying? Oh, the music stops when you click away. Hold on. Thank you for the hype train, friends. I assume it's this one. There we go. Hi, Mr. Chinggis. Cheaper these days to get that route over building. Yeah, it's because they monopolized. It's because they bought up everything because they're trying to use it for all the AI slop garbage. That's why. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Chinggis. How are you, sir? Glass, thank you for the 16 months. Oh, Starbuck, I've been waiting for this game, dude. I've been so excited. For those of you that know me, we'll get into it. You know that I am a 90s junkie. It's just inevitable, man. Congratulations, new hire. You've been selected for a probationary period at our flagship location. Your evaluation window begins now and concludes at the end of Tuesday. No extensions, no appeals. Prove your worth to the Rewind 99 family and maybe, just maybe, corporate will consider extending your contract. No pressure. There's pressure. Looks so buttery smooth. Like a... I was telling them, I said, my savior, Mr. Chinggis, my savior. We went out and had Mexican food after. It was delicious and amazing. All right. So you guys will have to keep me posted about audio, everything. If something seems off, please let me know. I'll adjust, obviously, accordingly. We will do what we need to do. I need to do this. I know the music stops. I'm sorry. I need to go into here and do this. And then we already did that over there. So that should be groovy as well. Yeah. All right. Let's do the things. Yeah, so they were mentioning this before. I saw this about how solo is pretty stable, but multiplayer is apparently up in the air. So we will see. Clock in. Look at all the color. I love it. I love it already. Look at the vibe. Look at the vibe. Battle Dads? What the hell is this? Illegally Blonde. The Codfather. What the hell? All right. Resolution, VSync, unlimited frame. Why would anybody ever want unlimited frames? You guys are only ever going to see 60. All right. That's off. Borderless. Let's do... Yeah, we'll stay there for now. Audio. How's the music? How's all the things? It's cute. So again, they even, I think, promoted this sort of like Schedule One if it was a like old video like rental store simulator. Yeah. Hey Zom, how are you? Ray, thank you for the 4 months. So we'll check it out together. All right. Keep me posted, friends. We're going to get started. If anything, I might turn it down just a bit. Like music. Oh. Or not. You know what? I liked it where it was. Maybe it will work when we're in game. We'll just preemptively do it like we know what we're gonna need. So we'll do this. Oh, that's if I was doing multiplayers. That's fine. Just do one of those. Controls. Vibration, mouse sensitivity, gamepad layout. Oh, do they want you to use a controller for this? Auto save frequency. I'm just gonna leave it all. All right, let's go. Start a new game. Uh-huh. Holy neon. I know. It's the hold on. Shopping spree time. Corporate approved. 4 shelves, 4 genres, infinite possibilities. Well, actually, very finite possibilities. But who's counting? Order your first. Okay, so I need to check my camera stuff. I wonder if this is going to work based on my OBS. Ooh, I might have to middle cam this because of the information that's here. I guess, or I could go bottom right. I don't know what shows up in the bottom. So it's going to be either middle or bottom. So it's either this or this. Sounds like it did go down. Yeah, and we'll check it in a second. Yeah. It's hard to know for sure. I know, Wacky Pomo. I know, isn't it great? Bottom right. All right. And then if there's any information that shows up, we'll adjust. Stop saying bot. Okay, sir. What about middle? Center of the screen, full. I would go bottom left, but the thing is, I don't like flipping my camera and I don't want to be looking off screen. That's one thing I'm not a big fan of is like having the camera. I'm a little bit jittery. Having the camera on the other side and then looking away. Leave it there for now. I think so. Yeah, I'll have to check. Maybe the connection's a little weird for my camera, but it'll be fine. Mr. Chinkus, 48 months, sir. What the? Using the stream to distract myself from the fact that it's negative 26C outside. Ugh, gross. All right, so we will leave the camera in the bottom for now and then see how it goes from there. Okay. Use the store manager to order 4 shelves, 16 animation. 16 animation, 16 comedy, 16 action, and 16 sci-fi movies. Retrieve your order from the delivery truck at the back of your store. All right. Well, I mean, but I want to look around though. Can I just look around? Wait, is there a way to turn off is that head bob? I don't think there's a way to turn it off. There we go. It works in game. There we go. Okay. It just didn't work in that main screen. Don't forget to retrieve late returns. Enter for interest. Customers only enter if you stock what they like. Okay, that makes sense. Destroy the competition. My God. All right, what do we have here? Genre, demand, shelves, empty shelves. Okay. Nice little chalky boards. Empty shelves kill the mood. All right. I have a lot to look at, but right now I'm just going to stick to what it wants us to do. I think that's the plan. So it said something about behind the retrieve your order from the delivery truck at the back of your store. All right. How do we get to the back of the store? Oh, there we go. Hello? Oh, what the hell? Rewind is behind. It said to get it from the back of the store. Am I not at the back of the... What's this? That was a cartridge. Paper Guy RPG. Oh my God. If they allow you to play games within the games, I'm going to lose it. Oh, I have to order first and then go to the back. Oh, yeah. Sorry. The music's a vibe, dude. Holy hell. Use the store manager. Is that a computer or is that a button? Oh, look at this store. It looks great. I love it. Codfather, Legally Blonde, Try Hard. That's good. Just for the music? I know, isn't it great? All right. I can only assume it's you. All right. Or maybe not. Maybe it's like the computer that's in the back. That looks like it's just for scanning stuff. Office. Oh, dude, there's so much stuff to look at. That's the... Oh, it's the cartridge I just got. Oh, very cool. All right, store manager. Here we go. So it said that I needed... What? Oh my God, I can't even see. I need 4 shelves. And then I need animation, comedy, action, and sci-fi. Yeah? Okay, so we need shelves. That's rentals, shelves. We need 4. I guess, does it matter? Got $1,000. Juju, hi friend. You were playing this earlier. How'd it go? Does it matter? Maybe we get like a couple of each. Like, oh. I wanted to... I didn't mean to check out. I made a mistake. No, I didn't mean for it to be only one. I did mean to be in multiple. I just didn't want to try to overdo things. If it starts to give me issues, then what I'll have to do is I'll have to stop in the other places. Yeah. Juju, how was the stream? Hello. Hopefully it does just go swimmingly, which it looks like that is. Okay. And then I'm going to try this one too. Hold, please. I know the music stopped. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. Let's try these things. That was myself. I was playing. It was so much fun. I even wore my Blockbusters shirt for the event. I'm wearing my All That shirt. Yeah, I don't have a Blockbuster shirt. Switch over to Paranormal Cleanup with Friends. Nice. Nice. All right. I wonder if it delivered just one or all of them. Okay. I didn't mean to order 6 of these. Whoops. My bad. Thank you. All right. Anywho. Does it matter? Finding emo. I love it. I love it so much. It's so good. All right. Can I just open it up here? There we go. What about the rotate? Can I rotate? Okay. Oh, there we go. We'll just place them down for now. It doesn't really matter that much. And then we got the triangle boys. We do one right there. And then we'll put one right there. And then we got these guys. We'll just put these here for now. I know it looks ridiculous, but you know, it's fine. Hi, Wild West. How are you? Hey, Broke. What's up? Welcome in. Thank you, friend. All right, let's do more stuff. So now I need 16 animation, 16 comedy, 16 action, and 16 sci-fi. So what do we have here? Try Hard, Global Recall, Finding Emo, Illegally Blonde, It, The Codfather, Bad Burger, Something's Off About Mary, Lord of the Bling, Austin Trousers, Women in Black, A Bug's Strife, Donnie Dark Tunes, Fight Pub, Wedding Slashers. Oh my God, there's so many. Dating Private Brian, The Good, and the Good, Scarebud. Now, if I recall, you're able to like combine movies together to like create new movies, from my understanding. Is there a quick way for me to see the thing? Oh my God, it says, look in the bottom right. Downloading RAM. Yes. I love it so much. So the question is, am I able to see what we need to do while I'm in these screens? Oh. Oh, I thought I was going to play solitaire. Oh, that's some bullshit. All right, let's just do one by one. All right. 16 animation and 16 comedy. Roger that. First rule about Fight Pub. So I guess I just need to buy 16 of these guys, yeah? Do I have to do it like this? Oh, no. How do I remove? Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. One box is 16. There we go. Yeah. Top. Yeah, I have. Roadside Research. I do want to play it at some point. Yeah, 16 per box. So really, I think we get away with doing one of each of those guys. Oh, that's it? Jesus Christ. Dick's Delivery Service. Oh, God, I can't get back. Hold on. There's all the movies. We loot all of them. Dude, the deliveries must be so... Is this why Amazon charges so much? Oh. Hey! All that! Look at that! I just noticed that. All right. Oh, hey, how are you? Oh, you have stats above you. Hold on. Wait, what does it say? Stop moving. Stop. Oh, you go through me. Son of bitch. Legend, thank you for the subs, dude. The exclamation point showed what I needed. Yeah. All right, let's do... Okay, why did it just stock 3 of them? Okay, so if you hold the left click, stock global recall. Is there no... So you just have to do... That's weird. It allows you to do like just 1 or 2. You know what I mean? Interesting. All right, well, we're just going to fill the shelves. Okay. There we go. Oh, look, and it automatically puts a label above them too. That's cool. That's freaking cool. Love the colors. I know. I haven't even been out front yet. Let's go outside and look. So I was kind of sort of trying to just stick to the missions at hand here, but yeah, there's our competition. See them right there? That's our competition. Oh, you can't see it, Sully? Hold on. Hold. I'll fix it. I will fix it. There you go. Yeah, I don't know why that went away. But there we go. That should be good now. Thank you. I can't. Okay, so you can see they have tasks and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, look at this. Look how much stuff there is. Shopping center, Beep Dreams, Gym Club, Static Shack, Probe and Go, Glitchy's Arcade, Rewind 99, What's Up Cuts, Over at Outfitters, Save a Lot. Oh my God. Okay, that's the game. Okay, thank God. Oh my God, dude. It's just got such Doug feels, and I love it so much. I love it. Hi, Sean. Any chance a game lets you pop a squat in front of the other store? Oh, in front of that one? Like drop trow and just do our thing? Oh, what's this? Does it show me the other side before I pick it up? A game? Oh my. Yeah, I know it's a cartridge, but I don't know if we should pick that up. I don't know if that was appropriate. Use the neon sign in front of the in the front window to open the store for customers. This one. Level up the inventory with snacks for the munchies. Little Pop and Hubba Bubba. Wait, Hubba Hubba? Breakfast of Champions? Oh my God. Use the store manager to order 16 Little Pop and 32 Hubba Hubba snacks. You got it. All right, snacks. We need Hubba Hubba and Little Pop. Give. Hi, Blondie. Insert message. Yeah, thank you, Solid. No, Solid, thank you so much for saying something. All right, give me the snacks. Give me the snacks. All right, now where do I put them? Time to create a wonderful... Oh, what did they say? Hey, welcome. Oh, I actually welcome them. Hey, Ramen, what's up, dude? Makes me want to play Gen... Oh my God. I want more snack and toy shelves. Well, you got it, Buckaroo. Can I put snacks over here? Now, we are going to have a little bit of overflow of this. Doesn't it come with like 32 of these? Oh, maybe not. All right. There we go. Walker, man. Oh, my Lanta. Hi, friend. Hello, sir. Welcome. What do we have here? Ah, yes. Okay. Good choice. Good choice. Thank you. Gracias. Merci. Okay. Oh, my God. Do I actually swipe it? Wait. Wait, what do I do? 11. Do I just type it in? Hey, wait, did you grab? Oh yeah, enjoy your movies. Okay, I think he got his movies. I was a little concerned for him. Redhead, hello. Walker, how are you, friend? Tom, have a good one, man. I appreciate you. Is the music okay, by the way? Not overbearing. He's okay. Oh man, there's so much stuff to look at. This is going to be way more than 40 minutes because I'm going to stop and look at literally everything. Music's good, okay. Hey, Chronically, how are you? Like, there's so much stuff. Can I flush the toilet? Wait. Wait, but there was no mirror there. Oh, did it? Wait, did it let me do it through the wall? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. All right. Hold on. Oh, God damn it. I'm trying to hit escape and it won't let me close it. Got a customer. Hold on. I'll be with you guys in a minute. Hi, welcome to the video rental store. I don't know if I can name it yet. I got a booty. Hey, don't be looking at my booty. Hey. You just come in here for some hubba hubba? Oh, look at all these customers. Oh, my Lanta. Reclusive Rude. Think of the 8 months, friend. Wait. How'd you already have a bag? What the hell? Hello, welcome. What is your name? Let me see. Is there any other commands here? Nope. Okay, 1396. Oh, you can use your number pad. Oh, that's fantastic. Hi, you all love the same thing. Oh, cash. Time to study your customers. Check the customers tab to see what makes them tick. Well, okay, but I need to get them their stuff first, right? Change 4 cents. There you go. Have fun. All right. 98. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, are you kidding? What? There we go. The coins sound like keys. Okay. It said something about open the store manager, navigate. Oh, navigate to the customers tab. Oh. All right, let me do that in a minute after I get their monies and stuff. Would you all please for just a minute? I can't do this because I have customers. All right, they said the customers tab. There we go. Oh, you build a relationship with them. Okay, none of them had hair. They were all bald. Side hustles unlock and upgrade when VIPs become members. Oh, interesting. Oh, look how many there are too. Expansion. Okay, make the store bigger. Customization. Ooh. Wait, when can I name it? Can I already do that now? Oh shit, I'm so sorry. I feel like most of you are supposed to have hair. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. All right, there you go. Enjoy. Thank you. They're all, oh my God, what the hell happened to this guy? You okay? You need to, I don't think you should watch any more movies. Holy shit. You sure you want that, sir? Damn. Dude's having a bad day. All right, there you go. Straight up zombie, yeah. What is it? Tammy 2 beers. Renting illegally blonde. Tammy 2 beers. Reshoot Springs. There's a new t-shirt, or the one that I haven't paid attention to yet. Okay. I wonder if it's possible to adjust like the music, I'm sure you can do the decorations, all that stuff eventually. All right, so we have a couple of potties. All right, do I have time? Yeah. It's 4 in the morning. I'm sorry, but they're allowed to just come in here at 4 in the morning? Is it because I'm open? That might have been my bad. All right, can I adjust how I look, please? All right. Definitely got to go with the blue. Got to go with the blue for sure. Oh my God. Oh my God. What the hell? I feel like default is probably going to be my go-to. Man, there's a lot of eyes. Holy hell. Oh, there he is. He was beat up. That's what that other guy was. He was beat up apparently. Sad. Rob. Skeeter. I know. Aged. Nerve. Hypno. Oh, man. No, okay, we'll go default for now. Go back up. Go back up. There's a lot. What about the mouth? Brace face. Thank you, Drifter. Did he forget to rewind? He might have. Nice little soul patch. I think we'll do it this. I think we'll just stick with the natural. I just changed the, or the default. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. No, this is giving me Doug vibes out the wazoo. What about my outfit? I'm going to leave it. Headwear? Oh, there's no hat. Oh, okay. It is the demo. I know that they'll add stuff eventually. Nice little rewind 99. I've got a great pair of boobahs though. I'll give me that. Go back. No, go back. So that's your difference, in case anybody was wondering. Go back. Oh my God. Well, guess what? I can still have one. Yeah, that's right. Big booty's mine. It is mine. Or I can flatten it on purpose. What happens if you go backwards? Does it become an innie? Does that reset it? It does. Good. Bubble butt. Oh my God, why are they obsessed with the butt? Absolute dumpy. Dad bod. Oh my God. No chin. Holiday weight. Square chin. Sculpted chin. Oh my God. Droop snoot. Button nose. Sharp. Okay. All right. Well, it's good to know we have all these things at our disposal. What did that say? Please group butt stuff here. All right. Noted. You know what? I think we look great. As is. Anyway, moving on. Collect one return videotape from the rental return bin. Well, where's the rental return bin? Oh, well, it's right there. Oh, there's our movie. Loot. Be kind, rewind. In this case, you rewind because nobody ever listens to that sticker. Consider it cardio for your fingers. Okay. Return the videotape. Wait. Rewind the videotape using the rewind station. Okay. Storage, basement, roof. It's got to be over here somewhere, right? Where's the rewind? Where the hell's the rewind station? Hello? There's this. There's coffee. That's all the store manager. Okay, that's like a bedroom. Where the hell's the rewind station? Is it literally over here? Okay, that's where we put the move. Oh, it's gotta be this guy. Yeah, it's gotta be this guy. Hello? Oh, I gotta blow my nose. Hold on. There's something I'm missing here? Yeah, I tried typing the one. It didn't do anything. Mouse wheel? No. It's not letting me go between those. It's not frozen because I see stuff moving. Yeah, I tried the arrow keys, number keys. First need to stock the tape on the left side. Okay, but how do I... Put it in the left blue bin? Yeah, I was trying to drag it. Look. You see? You see? You see what I mean? Maybe I commit Sudoku? Yeah, I tried clicking the bin. It wasn't doing anything. Wait, what did that just say? What did that just say? Oh, something just popped up. Oh, it was there for like a second. Oh, there we go. Oh, I entered this to get out of it though. Okay, there we go. So look, what if do I have to have it in my hand? Okay. Okay, that was so weird, dude. Kid, thank you for the 8 months. It like I had to find the right spot to allow me to do that. And now I'm trying to hit interact, it's not working. Took a bit to figure it out. Yeah, but like it's not letting me like What'd you do exactly? So oh wait, hold on. Maybe I gotta click on the movie. So what I did was there was a little thing that said something about stock in it. Yeah, it is just a demo. Yeah, exactly. I'm clicking E to interact. It's not doing anything. What if I reload? Maybe because look, I can't interact. It might not let me interact with that stuff because it thinks I'm in the middle of doing this, right? Now to the station. It won't let me enter the station. Look, it's almost like I did it and now it's like, okay, well now that's too late. Oh, now I'm in this one instead. We're gonna figure this out. I just so happened to find some kind of a bug. Yeah, look at this right here. Yeah, let's commit Sudoku. If you're stuck, you can press this to deal damage to yourself, causing you to die honorable death, and respawn safely. Do it. Oh, hey, more people. Hi. It's all right. Just gives us an opportunity to look at more of the stuff. We didn't really get to walk around too much. Ooh. Oh my God. Cable Legends for Pretendo Playboy. I think that just said. What happens if I run in front of a car? Although, I'm a little interested in what's going on over here. Scratchers. Buy at your convenience store. Big money, big wins. 300 bucks. Hello. Oh, I bet we're going to be able to play these, I bet. Hey, can I play? Swerve it. Honk it, blind it, gun it, pass it. All right, where the hell is my store? We'll come check out all this stuff. All right, there's Polnet. Oh, what the hell? Oh shit! Hold on, first we get this. Ooh. There's no music. You're doing great. Hey. All right, so there's the fire department. Ah, there's Rewind 99. Found it. That classic silent dance breaking group. That's right. All right, so let's try this again. Okay, so we're here again. You see the little cursor thing? Look, I'm trying to interact with this and it is not happening. Oh my God. Look, I can't, E won't let me. I'm gonna have to quit the game. If I hit save, am I gonna screw myself? Let's just do it. Save, confirm, go back, quit. Yes. We're gonna reopen it again because that something bugged out and I don't think we're gonna fix it unless we reopen the game. Yeah, it is a demo to be fair. To be fair. Has chill vibes? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's just so much stuff to look at. My mind is going 500 places at once. There's another interaction cue when hovering the cassette though. Well, the only interaction cue that I kept getting was the same one, which was just the, it said interact, but it didn't do anything. Yeah, I kept hitting E and it just wasn't working. So we'll keep trying. We will keep trying. Is it actually loading? What's taking so long? What's taking so long, eh? There's another one over the cassette. What is... I think it's trying to load. I don't know why it's taking so long. Falling apart. Master, what up, homie? Don't you dare say sorry. How the hell are you? All right, starting. There we go. Holy moly. All right, we'll try that again, yeah? Give it another whirl, see what happens. Doing good? Heck yeah. All right, it's working on it. Tis working on it. Doug got it mixed up with Hey Arnold. Oh my God. Don't get it mixed up with Hey Arnold. That's my favorite show. What is going on? Is it just frozen? Hey, football head. There we go, I think. Oh my God. Ay, caramba. Ay, caramba. Continue. We'll see if this works. If not, I'll start another one. We'll do what we got to do. It's fine. Hopefully, whatever that was resets itself. Or we're just a nice testing stream to say, hey, this doesn't work. Or hey, that doesn't work either. Okay. It's asking us to rewind a tape. We are going to loot all these tapes. Okay. You will first need to stock the tape on the left side of the rewind station. Okay. Can I do that with more or just... Okay. Okay. Think of the left bin as a shelf exclusively for unrewound tapes. Then you'll need to interact with the desk to start the rewinding process. Okay. Drag the tape into the rewind machine. Hit the button. When it's completed, drag it over there. So I think the reason it got all loopy doopy is because it allowed me to put the tape down without us actually putting it on the left in the first place. I think that's what was going on. I was a bad man. Finding Emo. I know all the names of the movies are great so far. We were just watching Legally Blonde the other day. My son's in that. Not the movie, but they're doing the show. Hey. Oh, there we go. All right. It's got to be a way to automate this, right? There's also, do you see the things at the top of my screen that say like however many meters away? I'm a little curious as to what that is. 85 meters, 39 meters. I'll be able to see if a customer goes here, hopefully. Should be able to. Also, wait, I heard the store, I thought it had the store shut, or like closed. So weird. The one with the red triangles on the cover when you're in the inventory. Oh, okay. Got you. Well, it was good practice. You need to order a weapon for the store manager. What the hell? You need to order a weapon for the store manager. Yeah, it is closed. Why did I hear that go off? Do I have ghosts? Destroy 3 rent net kiosks. All right, so we need to order a weapon first. Guess we're getting a bat. Open sesame. Fast follows you everywhere. Damn ghosts. All right. Jesus. Never ready for it. Hey, isn't this one of those things? RentNet. Destroy. Trash. Oh my God. Can I get these movies? Oh, I just walk over them. Okay, all right. There's something off about Mary. My God. Just a little light vandalism. Shh. All right, so none of these have a red circle on it, which means that they don't need rewound, correct? I presume. Go with the one with the burger on it. I know, bad burger. I love it. I love it. Correct. Okay. All right, well, if they don't need rewound, I mean, I can restock this at least. And then we've got this one over here. I need more shelves. I need more shelves. Let's do that first. And then we'll go beat up some machines. So I need, what, 3 of them? Because I don't have one for that. Oh, I do have one for this guy. Yeah. Okay, you're good. I need 2 shelves. Yeah, 2 shelves. The rewind symbol if they need to be rewound, the 2 triangles. If you're old enough to know that symbol, oh, believe me, I am a 90s retro junkie that has a shit ton of VHSs a talk boy, a you name it, we've got it. Shelves. I think I want the flat boys. I want these ones. Shit. Didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna do that so much. Oh, ads are about to start in like 30 seconds, friends. Just a heads up. I will stop. Okay, it's dead. I will stop whenever they start to play so you guys don't miss anything. So see, then I can put the flat guys here. Yeah, make it pop a little bit. Forever burn in the brain. Be kind of rewind. Yeah. All right, let's put this one here. Oh, I only bought, wait. Oh no, I didn't buy any. Oh, that's right. I need to buy more whenever they become available. These weren't available before. This is a family movie. This is romance. All right, now we can go beat up some more shit. Before I beat up stuff though, we will run ads. Ads are about to play, so I'm gonna go ahead and let them happen. While they're happening, we won't go anywhere. I'm literally just gonna sit here. But I do 3 minutes of ads every hour, so that way there's no pre-rolls. So if you are not subbed, if you don't have turbo or anything like that, I don't want you to miss anything. So it's probably my best interest to do that because hopefully things will actually stop moving. So we'll do that instead. My ad screen might be messed up because of the new computer stuff, but we'll find out here in a minute. Whenever they decide to start. Good Burger, a family movie, I guess. And listen, we've shown Good Burger to our kids many a time. They love that movie. Second one was very meh. The first one was amazing. All Sentinel, I mean, it's going well so far. We tested it. No, but there's another part of it we have not tested because I couldn't test it until it was live. It's the timer for the ad. Is there a Good Burger in it? In Good Burger? I mean, from what it looks like, there is. You see it up top, Chingus? You see the 2 thing? So that's messed up. Yeah, so I'll have to, not that guy. I mean, I guess for now I could just turn it off. But yeah, I've got to get that fixed. Enjoy that 4K display. Well, the monitor itself is not 4K. So yeah, 1440p is all I'm going to get. Got a command for the new specs. Exclamation point specs. I prefer the Good Burger sketches on all that. Oh, that's so good. I would love to get some old tapes that maybe had like old all that and other old Nickelodeon shows on it. That'd be cool. I need to work on it. Good Burger is such a bad movie that it makes it super funny. How dare you say it's bad? You make me sick. What's your favorite movie? Hey Dude, great show. I know what you I know what you meant. Hey Dude, yeah, great show. Salute Your Shorts, awesome. Amazing. Great. Phantasmic. Don't get me wrong, it's really funny and awesome. Ever seen Roundhouse? I don't think so. Roundhouse. You're not saying Roadhouse, right? You're saying Roundhouse. Roadhouse. I'm gonna look it up real fast. Something else to think about, how older sketch shows created some classic movies. I know. Well, think about it now. Like what sketches in the past, who knows how long, have like had movies come out of them, was basically in living color for teens. Roundhouse. Oh, what'd the game just tell me? Hey, what's it give me a warning for? What happened? Wait, pause. Hold on. Did it literally time it to where your session is only allowed to be X number of minutes? See, I thought that it was you have like 40 minutes of content. I'm a little confused. Game ends after Tuesday night in game time. literally, so but it times you. You're fired for waiting for ads. Gosh, dang it. So if I go back to this, will it automatically kick me? 1 day equals 24 minutes IRL. You said it ends after what? Ends after Tuesday night. So this is Wednesday. Did you try the demo of Retro Rewind? No, I have not. No, Triz, no, I have not. So, okay, I'm going to start a fresh one. My assumption was that you have like you basically are going to get like 40 minutes of content out of it, or like gameplay. Not after basically 40 minutes of being in game, you will be kicked. All right, so we're not going to F around and find out. We're just going to do the things. All right, let's go. So we need, how many shelves? Did it say 4 shelves? But I'm going to do 6 anyway. Okay, give me the shelves. Give me the shelves. Speed run time. Open. Open. Thank you. Give me those. Here we go here. Oh, ad screen. Sorry. Sorry about that. All right, let's do, I liked that last time and how we had dis, and then we had dis and dis. That looks good. Animation, comedy, action, sci-fi. I think it's basically just one of each. I believe so. Yeah, 16 in there, 16 in each one. Thank you. Another truck, please. We'll do the things in the stuff. Hey, Deer Slayer, hello. Loot. All right, doesn't really matter that much. Put those there. I liked how I had that spot over there for the candy, so I think we'll leave it the same. Hey, Nocturne, how are you? That there. Okay. Good. Use the neon sign on the front to open the store. You got it, bucko. It's cool. The truck blows up. It just makes it easier. Yeah. Come buy my stuffs. Doors open, beaches. Yeah, that's right. You better come over here. Nope. You better turn. Mother effer, you better turn. You better turn and go buy yourselves a movie. Oh. Oh, the snacks. Is Try Hard considered a Christmas movie? You know, I'd say probably not. If I was just, if I was a betting man, I'd say probably not. Sorry, did they just enter through the back door? There. What was that? Oh, Jesus Christ. Crank Hank? Is that your name? Gotta be honest, you're giving off some Roger Klotz vibes right now. Oh, that might be just me. Quiche. 14 and 2 cents. Goodbye. Hello. More quiche. Okay. 4 cents. What's up with the 4 cents? Goodbye. Let's go, Duke Trailer King. Open the store manager, navigate to the customers tab. Okay, let's do that real fast. Okay, customers tab. Okay, we see them. Chunky Chuck. Show their name. Tammy Two Beers, Duke Trailer King, and Craig Hank. Love it. Love it. Oh, I didn't greet you. Hi. Hey, Nem, what's up? How are you? I forgot to greet the people. I totally forgot. I was busy. Navigate to the info tab. Okay. Info. Store level, revenue. Okay. Customers visited, employee, blah, blah, blah. All right. What do you got? All the num-nums. Goodbye. Hi, I didn't greet you yet. I'm like a Walmart greeter. I'm like aggressively going to be attacking every customer. Collect a return tape from the thing. Loot. Let me place that in there. Then we click on the station. Drag. bag. Rewind. It's a very fast rewind. Just saying. What do you got? Poppycorns in a movie. Ooh, delish. And for $6.98, you okay? I said 8. This has happened many times. Please be kind. Rewind. That's right. All right. So I did that guy. I guess then I can take it and return it to the shelf. Right mouse button. Take the movie. Oh yeah, look, there's one right there. There we go. All right, now I need to buy a weapon. Items. Weapons. Bat. Checkout. Give me a bat. I gotta beat some crap up. Open sesame. Thank you. Kablooey. Get wrecked, idiot. Give me your tapes. Yeah, that's right. Get taped on. All right. I need to like drop these off inside of, well, you know what? F it. Let's just go to the next one. We're flooring it. We're flooring it. This game is called Rewind 99. It is if Schedule 1 was a blockbuster simulator. What okay is it? Do I hear rain or static? What is what I also why did they just get oh there it is. Okay. I don't know how many movies I can hold. I guess enough. All right. That's wrecked. Let's go to this one. Is it inside? Where is it? Outside? Aha! Nice. Nice. Time to invest in the unsexy side of retail. Storage. Look, oh my God. All the stores. I love that you can go in all these stores. It's great. Nobody's here. Oh, sad. Oh. Reshoot medical. All right, use the store manager to order. Oh, Jesus. I'm so sorry. I kind of forgot. My bad. I am so sorry. Hi, I didn't greet you, but you look awesome. Bye. Hey, Chunky Chuck, welcome back. Appreciate you. The Codfather, yeah. All right, $12.96. What do you got? More stuff, fun. $13.96. Got you, boo boo. Hi, hi. Hey, where are you? All right, I have a lot of movies that I need to tuck away. Wish they had more variety of action. Bro, there's only so much I can do. Although, like, I kind of just want to, like, stick these on the shelves. You know what's nice? If you look on the left-hand side, I like that it tells you, like, what type of movie it is. So if you wanted to, like, combine a few together, you'd be able to. Is it possible to scam the customer? 1 and 2? Oh, I don't know. That's a great question. $14.96. The totals are all very similar, I've noticed. Yeah. Eliana, hello, welcome in. All right. I wish, like, can I just drop these on the ground? I don't know if that's kosher or if I should just stick them on the shelves because it says incompatible. You know what I mean? Shelves. Give me 2 of those, another one of those for now. Meow. Sci-fi, like all these different ones. Look, drama, comedy, action. Okay, I can put that away. What the hell? What the? Oh, I can. Look. Oh, Jesus. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to swing on the customer. Whoops. All right. Buy more shelves or storage. I really should. I do have like $800. This is factuals. I did buy a couple. I got to get them from the back, though. Let's go. Give me, please. Loot. Loot. They'll be fine. All right. Oh, it's one of these guys. I want to put you there so that I can put this there like that. And then Codfather, which is a drama. We'll put that guy there. Oh, I have a customer. What time is it? I don't know what time like the store should close, you know? Bye, have a good one. All right. I'll just step over all these. Oh, I might not be able to get all of them, but I guess we'll find out in a second. I can't get that one. Nine-ish? Nine-ish? All right. What do we have here? We've got horror. We've got this one, which is romance. I don't have any romance, right? No romance. There we go. But now I need one for, I need 1, 2. I'm sorry. Shit. That's going to be a bad review on Yelp. I didn't mean it. Look, my B, okay? None of us are perfect. Damn. What do you want? Damn. Look, I didn't mean to I didn't mean to beat them with the tape. Loot. All right, so we've got this guy. Hello, welcome. Might I recommend the pyramid shelf? I didn't realize I could recommend different things I buy from the store. Whoops. That's what retail does to you. Have a good one. Hi. Welcome. All right, I can't get this. If I move that one, I'm sure that I can, but I don't mind leaving it on the ground. That's fine. Can you, hey, can I? Howdy. What's up? What do you want? Howdy. Can I recommend this? Take this. All right, it's out of my possession. It's fine. All right. Put that guy there. And then I put, wait, do we have family up there? No. God, there's so many. Okay. Monies. Goodbye. Thank you. Give. Monies. 402. Oh, no, that's cash. Shit, I get too much money. Hi. So I guess if I have the videotape in my hand when I go to recommend, then they're good to go. All right, I need one more shelf for now. Let's do that. Actually, you know what? Let's buy 2. Let's buy... Oh, there's a storage shelf. Oh, let's do that. And one of those, and one of those, and one of those. I like it. I thought I lost 2 cents. I think I accidentally clicked on the dollar. I think I made a boo-boo. And it's gone. All right. Thank you. Just one, no problem. Thank you. Go. Hey, he said, sure, why not? Well, actually, wait, hold on, wait. It's not on the shelf, sir. There you go. What else you got here? Stuff. All right, so here's storage. Is this the storage? Ah, look at that. Okay. Let's see what you got here. Got some hubba hubba. 2 cents. There you go. Closed. Your last one. Might I suggest try hard? I have 2 emo displays? Ah, shit. Yeah, I do. Take item. Take item. Oh, God. Oh, okay, that was weird. I didn't mean to take the shelf too. Whoops. There we go. All right, so now I have an extra. Okay. That works. You go over there. Need to buy one more storage shelf? Wait, for what? Wait, what do I need to buy one more for? Marissa, hello. How are the games? It's fun. This is cool so far. Use the store. Oh, use the store manager to buy one more storage shelf. Objectives. Sorry, getting sidetracked. What else did it say? Retrieve the order from the delivery truck in the back of the store, which we've done. Hey, where you going? Oh, gotta be careful when you open that. Oh, I should have gone the other door. Whoops. When you open that up, it gets real slow like. There we go. Backstore beautification time. All right, what else do we got? Hit me, dog. See, what we can do is, with each time we play this, we can just explore something different. You know what I mean? Nardo, what's up? All right, now I have no instructions. I've got nothing. So I guess I could go walk around. Store's all stocked up for the most part. Or I could look inside of the shop and see what else there is to buy. We can see the demand, empty shelves, yada yada. Time to hassle the locals. Yeah, see, here's some more of the storage stuff. Weapons, side hustles. Illicit candy dealer, sloshy bar, claw machine, fight club, arcade. Man, there's so much stuff. There's a scooter. Give it to me. Give. All right, so I have a standee, an alien one. We'll just put you right here by the door. There we go. Eee. Didn't it say Tuesday? The end of Tuesday is like my last day. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do another one where we literally go roam around and look at stuff. There's so much I feel like you can do when you only have this little amount of time. Hey, what's going on over here? Are we going in? What? Got about 22 minutes. Okay. Going from the beginning of Tuesday to the end of Tuesday. I gotcha. Do a flip. All right. Well, let's see here. What else do we have? Employees hired on shift. Ooh, so we have Chuck Bolson and Gustavius Flavius. We're doing. Oh, you can see their stuff. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Well, I mean, since I feel like we have to hire you. What should we hire them for? Checkout desk? Okay. So then they'll start kicking at 6 a.m.? Marissa, it looks so cool. There's just so much stuff to check out. I want to look at everything. Raven, thank you for the 19 months. Fran, hello. I want to look at it all. I want to see all the things. Is there anything around the shop that we haven't seen? So this is cool because I think this is right when you collect games. I think they show up here. Oh, Nem, you're okay. No worries. Oh, I didn't go upstairs or downstairs for that matter. Okay, can't get in here yet. Oh, rewind's behind. Basement. Okay, I can't get in the basement yet. Again, friendly reminder, it's a demo. So there's only so much we're going to have access to, right? Hey, there is a thing for me to go beat the crap out of. It's about 300 meters that away. Well, don't mind if I do. Hi, Carrie. Yeah, Jay. Yeah, probably after we're done with this one. Yeah. Flooring it. Bet full release. Oh, full release is going to be great when we have just unlimited access to everything for sure. Yeah, look at all this. Look at all this. It's like you're legit in a cartoon. Oh, what the shit? Oh, there's like a golden suit. How do I parkour to you? Let me up. Oh, there's another one on the other roof. Oh, I will find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Oh my God, can I ride you? No. Nobody's here. What was that? What was the thing I just saw? I just saw a thing. What did that say? Also, what is that noise? Oh my God, I can loot trash cans. Okay, yeah. So it looks like the hitboxes on some of the things are a little bit weird or a little wonky. Oh, getting so excited. Yeah. They said that the demo was to come out in February and then the full game is in March. As of right now. I mean, obviously plans change and things change. Let me up there. I want to see. Oh, you bitch. It knocked me over. Let me back up. It's like, It's only 5 in the morning. We have time. I'm trying. I'm trying. What's happening? What am I stuck on? Yeah, the golden gun is making a little twinkle sound. It is. Okay. Yeah. Oh, so the balance, when you walk on the wood, it throws you off. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I can just get up on this guy. Okay. Hadouken! Yeah, boy. Oh, there's 99 of them. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a little wooden plank here to walk across to the other one. All right. I saw the other one over here. Don't mind me. Just mind my own business. On their roof. Oh, doing tricks. All right, let's go to the other thing. Why am I so slow? Do I need a running head start? Golden Super Soaker? Yeah. Is that a yo-yo? Like the style? The style is very cool. Don't forget, this is a multiplayer game. Hi. Oh my God, it's the Jazz Cup. Oh, nobody's here. I was able to knock on the door. Hey, can I play? Oh. It's called the Dribble Hatchie. Is that what that's called? I wonder if those are the things that show up in the office wall. I think that they are. It's like, especially the games. Yeah. Man, if you're able to play all these things, that's going to be super freaking cool. What's that up there? Oh my God, it's Plank. Is there another Plank? Yeah, look, do you see his face? Look at his face. Hold on, I got him too fast. I collected him too quickly the last time. Look. Wait for him to spin around for a second. Hold on. It's Plank. So there's another one where you collect all 99. I'm not worried about that right now. Dude's got wheels. Holy shit. All right, where was that thing? Plank always makes me think of log. Oh, I know. It's log. It's log. And then log, that just makes me think of Angry Beavers. Yeah, there's so much to explore, man. When time runs out, I'm just going to do it again. Hey, you okay? You need some cash? Someone to beat the shit out of you? Did I knock? Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Holy shit, where'd they go? Get back out here. I've got 17 incident reports on the tower alone. What? What does that mean? I smell like French fries 24/7. It's called dedication. All right. Oh, I gotta get back to the store now. Shit. I don't know what the static is. Like the random static everywhere. What up, bruh? Oh, is this a scratch off? Cave of Wonders or Exterminator? Oh, that's 20 bucks. Do I get a couple, like a couple Exterminators? Although it's, yeah, he's got 10 of each. You hired someone? Yeah, but I didn't open the store. I didn't open the store. Buy one of each? Yeah, we have enough money. Oh, it gives me, oh, I got 4. Oh my God, we got scratchers. We got scratchers. Dude, we're gonna win. We're gonna win it big. All right, where is the, hey yo. Oh my God, there's old Nokia phones. Get out of here, piece of shit. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Can I scratch this right now? Let's go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Left mouse button. Wait, hold on. What is the instructions with the card? I got 30 bucks. How'd I get 30 bucks? Wait, hold on. So I guess those are nothingness. And then these guys are, it says 2. Want me to tell you? I kind of like, I kind of feel like we could probably figure it out. Because I've got 42 bucks. If I were to look at the card, I bet we could probably figure it out. Oh, you scratch until you, oh, I see. You have to stop before you get too greedy. Oh, well, that's cool. Rather than just being able to scratch all willy-nilly. Okay. That's kind of cool. Rip up card. That's dangerous, though. I'm going to hit a bomb on the first one. How much you want to bet? Son of a bitch. Bastards. Win big. Scratch one cell and each time. Avoid killer robots to win. Score combos. Oh, I see. Scratch one cell in each time, but they're all the same time. They're all 1982. Was that supposed to say line? Oh, shit balls. Terminated. Let's do 1. And let's do 3. And let's do 2. Son of a bitch! All right, we're going back. This is why I don't gamble. This is precisely why. I think this is faster than the scooter right now. This feels slower. Unless there's a way to like really groove, you know what I mean? I'm trying different ways. As of right now, it seems like running's the fastest. Hi, Withering Witch. You can get, well, hold on, let me open the store. Unless they opened the store. They didn't open the store, did they? Yep, sorry about that. Saw a game store? Yeah. Do I need to to find like a heavier area. Oh, any of these? No? Does it gotta be one of the moving ones? Of course, now that I'm looking, nobody's gonna show up. Look. No, not the store. I meant like vehicles on the road. Yeah. Hey, cartoon, what's up? Ooh. Ooh. Hey. Give me your car. Oh my God. Wait, there's a handbrake? Oh shit. Ooh, what's up here? Look, you see the lights up there? We're Grand Theft Auto in this bitch. We're going. Tokyo Drift. What the fuck is that? How do I get out of you? What the hell? I don't know if that static is supposed to be, oh my God, it is like the Playboy Mansion. If that's supposed to be there or not, that I don't know. Let's knock on the door. Hi, what do you want? Well, how about oh wait, what if I offer them a movie? Hey. Aw, shit. They're with the other guy. Well, you know what? F your car. Well, F you then. I'm gonna get out of here. There we go. Try to offer them a movie. Did you see that shit? Static might be rain. Yeah, it might be. Go for it. Nailed it. Oh, what the shit? It set me all the way back here. Oh, man. I had such a good jump. That's some bullshit. Where'd the car go? Oh, I was thieved so hard. So much thievery. Thank you. Rubber ball thing. Oh, it's over there. Oh, the car is still there. Oh. It's just, okay. Well, oh, never mind. There are some nicer cars. Yeah, but I like that one. All right, so, man, there's so much stuff over here. Right now, there's no more direction. Like, it's not telling me what to do. So at this point, it is just free roam and try to figure out what there is. Oh, all that. They're always watching. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm sure that there's some like secret stuff we can find. Probably not today, like through this run because of only having so much time. Oh no, you're gonna get it on there? Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, it might be too late for us. Hey, can I come in? Will your worker close the store? I don't know. Hey, what you doing? They're sleeping. All right, there's nothing back here for right now. I'm gonna have to do like another run of this. When is fast? No, what is fast? I think that's the question you meant to ask. Can I loot these trash cans? I can. There's just nothing in it. Wait. Squidward smells good. Squidward. Maybe not. All right. Hey, take. Who is Phas? Phasmophobia. Yeah, it's a game. Yeah. I know all about it. Hello? What do you want? To offer you this tape. He said, what the hackaroonie? Oh, shit. I'm sorry. It's just a prank. All right. Oh, you're lucky. Bitch. Nope. I might have started this, but I'm going to end it. I might have started this, but I'm going to end it. Better get back here. You better get back here. Yeah, like that? Huh? Like what you saw? Huh? Oh, you want some too? Hey, Grizzly, how are you? All right, it's enough beating the crap out of pedestrians. It's just a demo, relax. Everything's fine. Everybody chill. Trying to see what else we can interact with. Friendship. So there's 99 games you can get. What happens if you jump in the water? Oh, it doesn't let you. Sag. RSPN. Do you think that you'll get the Phasmo board game? I've already pre-ordered the Phasmo board game. Fart barf. Real mature. Fart barf, it says. What else is over here? I mean, and we can always do another play where I go through and look in all the stores and stuff. Hello? Oh my god, what is my character? So that's a way to, is there a way to buy clothes? Oh, look. Tight lines, mall rat, baby one more time. Doug! Give it to me. Oh, that's to buy it. I can't, I'm not gonna have time to equip it either. How much you want to bet? Can you buy a hat? Oh, good question. Headwear. No, but I can get a detective stash or a flat mustache. Yeah. Still haven't received the board game, but they haven't shipped the board games, right? Yeah, I know it's been a long time, but didn't they say that they weren't going to be shipping them out till later this year? Didn't I hear that correctly? We break it before we build it. Cuts place. This one we can actually go in. Hey, you work out? Cool. Speaking of working out. Damn. I'm just here to spread cheer. I'm just here to give free tapes. Say hi. Easy scratch. Hey, how are you? Yeah, oh, I can have another. I mean, listen, I've only got so much time to, anyway, right? Said Fazboard game be shipped around Q4 of 2026. Yeah, that makes sense. Fuck. I'm gonna go. I'm doing diagonal. I'm going diagonal. Going diagonal. One more. Okay, I'll take it. I can't finish the scratcher before closing. How do I finish it? Payout. What? How does one finish? Oh, I just tore it up. I don't completely understand. Unless it's supposed to. Oh, our probationary period. Okay, it's over. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of a Gentle Breeze. Was there anything that I really didn't check out? I don't know if there was. I'm trying to think. I mean, really, I could just roam around. Not do the directives. Too short of a day. It does happen fast. It's really fast. And typically, I mean, with a demo, like you're just limited to what you can do. But with this one, they're telling you like, you're only allowed to play for this much time. A suggestion? Sure. Rising VIPs. Rising VIPs. Oh, you can hand out flyers. Oh, look at that. Promoting the store. Oh, interesting. Well, here's a bunch of people I can hand flyers to. Hey. Or maybe I can't. Okay. Earn membership of the customer, then buy their side hustle for the store manager. You get level 5 and buy the movie mix. Oh, interesting. So earn membership of the customer. So go back through the stuffs and the things. To, I guess, can just keep selling movies and then raise the membership, like with a customer. Do it all. Goodbye. This was the side guy. That's that guy. This one I like doing like this. Then this one like this. That looks good. And I need to buy movies. I'm actually going to buy more of those too, because why the hell not? Get those, that. Give it all. Give it all. Shelf decoration time, interior design, more plastic cases, yada, 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 yada. All right, do that guy there, that guy there, that. Looking good. Come on, give me 2 more. Give me 2 more. We'll do, actually 3, I lied. I'll use those for the candy and stuff. They're so fast. They're so speedy. Gimme. Gimme. All right. Put all those guys there, and then we'll do the Hubba Bubba. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Trippy, thank you for the 24 months. Thank you so freaking much, friend. Hello. That was weird. All right, let's just go left to right. F it, because why not? Whoops. There we go. That was weird. There we have it. Use the neon sign. Open the door. Okay. So you're saying earn membership with a customer and then buy their side hustle. Okay. So I guess I'll just need to keep it open and just keep it running and running and running and not shut the store down at any point. Hi. Hi. I'm just gonna say hi to everybody. I don't need to give them flyers because they're literally already here. Matt is sleeping anyway? Yeah, it's overrated. Hello, sir. Welcome in. What do we got? $7.98. Wonder if you can change the music too. Maybe that's something you can do later on. Thank you. When customer, I tried grabbing some flyers in the storeroom and tossing them at VIP customers. VIPs are the customers with unique names and outfits. Ah, okay. So my guess is not ones like this that are like full color head to toe. That's my guess. Like, did I just serve you? I just served him. Yeah. I didn't serve you though. How do I give you a flyer? Hey, take my flyer. $12.96. Bye. Oh wait, was that the person I just tried to throw a flyer at? Were they coming in here anyway? I guess it really didn't make too much of a difference. Oh well. Ah well. Alright, so they're looking at the candy. So we need to look at the info tab. Customers, okay. Alright. Give. $14.96. Thank you. Let me take this guy. Give me the tape. Put it in there. And then interact with this. Drag that over there. Rewind. Yippee skippy. Dunzo. Hi. All right, while they're doing that, I wonder, are there people around that I can see? Araby, hello, friendo. You're probably already going that way anyway, aren't you? I already want to shop. Oh, you want to shop too. I bet all these people probably want to shop. Coming after you. Hey, you, shop. Hey, shop. No, I said shop. Got him the second time around. Hey, you, go shopping. Do it now. See, persistence is key. So demanding. Yeah, but they're shopping though. Hey, good to see you. Hey, have a good one. Persistence. Lots of hubba, lots of hubba bubba. Lots of hubba bubba. Southern Fried Mess. Thank you for the 7 months. Welcome back, friend. What else they got? We got all kinds of shit. Nessa, hello. Guardian, for the most part, yes. It's just really funny how it's been going. How's the fancy? It's going well so far, man. Tis going well. Did I already say hi to you? What about you? Did I miss any of you? Is this an alien? Is this an undercover alien? So you see, those other ones have, like, the ones with hair and all the kind of stuff have unique names. Okay, 798. Goodbye. I don't know if I said hi to you. Hi. But the day's been good. The day's been good. The game has been good. Everything's been good so far. Would y'all just get your damn candies and popcorns and get moving? Hello, welcome to the store. I'm getting more candy than movies. What the what do you want? Nothing? Demanding and aggressive. Damn right. Oh, wait, hey. Come shopping. Did I already get you? Hey, go shopping. Oh, they want horror shelves. I don't have any horror shelves. Oh, Sag. No wonder why they didn't enter the store. I didn't have what they wanted. Well, damn it. That's the trick. That's the move. Oh my God. Ricky Ratchet? Quick, burn your VODs onto VHS for the horror shelf. $11.96, thank you. Did you hit him with a flyer? Yeah, but they weren't going to the store. It felt very appropriate. Hi. There's more. There we go. I've got more. I can go smack some more people if I need to. Hey, anybody else want to hit? You do. Hey, you. Go shopping now. Do it. Oh, I got another one. Let's go. Hitting the hay. Everyone of Momo. Thank you so much, friend. Holy shit. They're taking all the popcorn. Shit. I gotta order more. My God, dude. Snacks. Guess I'll double up on both of those, because why the hell not? Bunch of heathens. Good lord, don't judge them. That's a lot of popcorn. That was a very big, very big food purchase. Oh my God. 30 bucks for all that. Miss them days? Yeah. I know. Give. I need to also, you know what? We're going to explode another truck in a second, if it'll allow it. Yep, storage shelf. I have to buy 3 of them. The last exploded truck is still here. That's all right. All right, let's put these, oh, wrong door. Let's put these in here. And then we'll go stock this. Hi, welcome. You want popcorn? I've got plenty. Here, fuck it. We'll just do both of these shelves. There we go. And then refresh this one. Looking good. Hi, want some hubba hubba? Oh wait, oh, it's changed. 1402. More variety of comedy. Listen, bro, we can only do so much. What are the toys you can buy? I can't do it yet. Requires store level 3. Yeah. Hi, Mel. How was WoW, friend? I was busy making sure all PC things were not going to explode by the time I went to go live. Hey. Nice cakes. Was building Willow. How was it going? I remember when you were building it in Seams. Or not Willow, was it Tinkle? I don't remember now. Almost there. Yeah, close. I know. Look at the little sliver of level 2. I know. Oh, I need to go destroy those kiosks. That would help too. Are horror movies higher level? I think so. Video rental. Ooh. Now we're talking. Do I have 2 empty shelves? I certainly do. Your daughter calls Hubba Bubba Bubba Hubba? Well, they call it Hubba Hubba. Sims deleted all your saves. That's some bullshit. All right, let's put this. I'm just going to go in a line. There we go. Put the drama there. All right, so now if I smack that person with a flyer, they'll want to come in, right? All right, so this person's already heading this way. I'm basically looking for people that are not walking this way. You're heading that way. You're not. Hey, where are you going? Hot shot. Hey, get over here. Hey. Excuse me. You unfazed bitch. So in WoW right now, I knew it would scare a lot of people away, but I really wanted to play. And that's really what it is. I know there's a balance to be had between trying to play things that you know that people are going to like, but at the same time, you need to entertain yourself. And if you're getting really into a game, I mean, it only makes sense to use your time wisely. Yeah. I don't think they work on 99 shirt people. Really? No, you're not. Go in the store. That's right. Hey, turn your happy ass around. Oh, the rental thing. Did you see that? Oh, is it trying to draw in customers? Hold on a sec. I can also buy toys now. Back a ball. I need to buy a weapon. Scooter's useless right now. Props are cool, I guess. Sure. Lost in the sauce. The game is so good. Gonna try not to overdo it on stream. Yeah, no, I understand. Again, it's a time thing. Like if you could do it on stream all the time, that'd be sick because then you'd save all that time, right? Oh, I can't do it diagonally. That'd be nice. All right. Can I put the bag of ball in there? Bag of ball. There we go. That makes sense. Yeah, you see these things? Look. Stop looking at it. Avert your eyes. Go shopping. No. Already want to shop. Then go. Excuse me. That bitch pull out a bat? Submit to rent. Fuck you. Hey. Submit to this, bitch. Not today. Yeah. Picked the wrong neighborhood, bitch. Yeah, that's what I thought. Pink Edge, thank you for the 8 months. Coming in my part of town? Who the hell you think you are, boy? Oh, don't mind me. Hey. Hey, how are you? They drop money? Did it drop money? Cash. Thanks, idiot. That's what he gets. I'm gonna recommend this. No thanks. Okay, damn, dude. I'm just trying. Animation, superhero anime. Ooh, so I wonder if oh, whoops. I'm trying to enter the station. I'm so sorry, sir. He doesn't want the movie I just gave him. Can I pick it up myself? Yes, again. Oh, bag of ball. 2 cents. Goodbye. Have a good one. Miss you. 11.96. Again, being able to use the number pad is definitely the way. I remember when Supermarket Sim had that ability. It was so nice. All right. Is this a movie? Wait a minute. This is a movie I don't have, right? Hi, welcome. Okay, the Hubba Bubba's good. Wish they had more animation. Bro, these people are so picky. I wish they had more of this. I wish they had more of this. Buy my shit. Could sometimes be very nice. Good for you. Oh, absolutely. Hi, welcome. Oh, it's a tourist. I'm going to charge you all the monies. I wonder if you can overcharge people. I haven't tried that yet. Oh, it won't let me do it. I tried. Returns? Oh yeah, I bet I probably have a couple of those. Oh, barely. Look. Nah. Barely had any. That should be the only one, right? Right. 2 cents. Worth the attempt, exactly. All right, I've got the emo fish. Emo fish. We have illegally blonde. Okay, popcorn's doing good. Oh, whoops. Didn't me do that? Let's see. Are there more movies I can buy now? I can. Welcome. Oh, this is the last day too. Shit. We're just gonna learn. We're gonna be learning how to speedrun the game by using the demo. Is really what's gonna happen here. Okay. I'm gonna have like one left over. So we'll just throw it on. We threw it on the ground. Hi, do you like popcorn? Oh, they liked that. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ah, shit. Hi, Wicked. I just hit a customer. Damn it. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Wait. I didn't mean it, man. There's a cart with a 1 next to their name. Is that like where I'm at level 1 with this guy? Hey, let's go. Ish. Hi, how are you? What do we got? $3.04. You got it. Didn't someone else just come in here? No? No? Okay. We're an all-night video store, man. I'm not shutting that door. Drag that guy there. More returns. Might as well while we're waiting. Displays what level the customer is. This I need to rewind. The other one I do not. Yeah, it's a little finicky where you're supposed to like interact with the table and stuff. Uh-oh, it's not letting me interact with the table. Oh, there we go. Say not again. There we have it. Oh. Oh God. All right, let's put the movies back. So we've got the emo. We've got Try Hard. Where's Try Hard? Oh, Try Hard. Illegally Blonde. There's we got a space for that one. Hi, welcome. Oh shit, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No. Oh God damn it. Fuck. I didn't mean to hit him again. Gosh dang it. Well, then this has got to happen. Me and you. Store's got to know who the boss is. Yep, that's right. Enjoy the popcorn, bitch. It was a mistake. I just keep forgetting that I'm on the thing and I left click. Oh, they're still going to make a purchase. Yeah, that's right. You know who the boss is. Yeah, that's right. Hi, welcome. And he bought the emo movie. Shocker. Yeah, that's right. Have a good day, asshole. So that's a 1 and they're a 1. Okay. So he's a drama guy. She's also drama. Interesting. We turn him into an emo. Cause tonight will be the night. You need to clean your shirt, sir. Good Lord. Thank you for the doll hairs. There's your change. Goodbye. Hey, you like popcorn? I bet he likes popcorn. All right, I wonder if I have more stuff available now. Ooh, I do. We've got another genre of movies. So we've got that. We've got chips. I'm gonna get a couple more shelves. Oh, metal baseball bat. Oh, I'm kicking the shit out of people. Sure. Okay. Okay. I mean, F it. It's not my money. All right. $3.02. Hi, Tika. Tika, thank you for the 23 months, friendo. Tika, I'm over here beating people with stuff. I'm not meaning to. It's been an accident. Hi, do you like bubble gum? Oh, you like hubba hubba? Do you like hubba hubba? I don't think you should get another bat. But listen, it's an accident. Wait. Oh, this dude's a level 3, right? Nice. Hold on. This guy's a vibe. What's up, dude? He's not just wearing a cut-off t-shirt. He's wearing a like cut-off flannel vest. I mean, don't get me wrong, I dig, but All right. How would I go about... This guy's a level 3, right? Oh my God. No, it says 1 next to his name. I don't know what that means. Oh, here's another one that just buys a whole boatload of stuff. 2 cents. 2 cents. Oh, there's more of those freaking machines or whatever. Oh God. They're trying to steal my customers. Sons of bitches. I'm taking your movies. Oh, if they're so far away, I don't know if I care about it enough. I'd rather stay here and keep doing the stuffs and the things. Hey! Okay, damn, you don't gotta look like that. Oh shit. Don't wanna do that. I have no free hands. Yep. I wish they had more variety of comedy. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I need to go get the stuff from out back too. Gosh dang it. Free up some space here. There we go. Give me the loot. Oh shit. There we go. Give me the rest of the loot. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Oh shit. Got a cactus. I've got another counter. Let's just, sure. That's not what I wanted to do. How do I pick it? Shit. How do I pick it up? Oh God. Oh, I made a mistake. Yes, Rose. Yes, we've been waiting for this freaking game to come out. Can I pick you up? Nope, I don't have enough space. Oh, I'm in deep shit. I'm in deep doo-doo. Put that there. I need it. Do I have a second one? Yep, looks good. Get this. Put that there. Okay, I got all the movies out. Okay, but now I've got this facing the wrong direction. God damn it. I did this to myself. Hold on. Wait. Employees. Hire. Checkout desk. Yep. You. Hire. Rental returns. Yeah. Let's do that. Where's my employee? Okay. Oh, there they are. There they are. They're the one. Wait. Yeah. There we go. Now we're talking. All right. I'll help. Nice. 1302. 1302. There you go. Nice. Nice. Look at this guy. He looks great. Old Frankie Fish Sticks. Hey, Frankie Fish Sticks. Love it. Oh, did they just take the movie from me? Oh, nice. Okay. Now I have cheaps. I'm gonna take these off the shelf because I'm gonna replace it with the cheaps. There we go. Now we're making progress. Oh, yeah. So buying a second one was not the move unless I had someone else that could work it, unless I want to do it myself. Is it on Steam? Yes. Yeah, this is just the demo. This is my employee. He's doing great. So is my restock guy only certain hours? He might only be after 6 p.m. Warriors Fantasy. Lord of the Bling. We'll just put those in the corner. They've been naughty. It's fine. Codfather. Oh shit, sorry. Oh god damn it. I keep left clicking instead of hitting E. It's an honest mistake. Hi. I promise I won't throw a tape at you. God damn it. Alright. Anyway. Godfather. Clock and dude, it's like the 4th time I've done it. It is not the first time. God damn it. Alright, get all the stuff. There you go. A little itemized list there, which is nice. Oh my god. 65.96. Give us the monies. Why do you come over to me? Like, homie is right next to you. Why are you over here? Alright, now we're starting to run low on tapes. Alright. Put that guy there. Now I've got this bat. Yeah. You want to try it out? Test run? The millionaire. Listen, I got 500 bucks. Oh, do I have more shit or no? Oh, my level is almost increased too. Customers expansion. I told you before, expand. The Promised Land, prime real estate for your blockbuster. Blockbusters. This is where dreams come true. Late fees are born. Features premium fluorescent lighting that makes you, oh, interesting. The Awkward Corner. The weird triangle space where customers get trapped looking for obscure documentaries about penguins. Perfect for hiding your shame. Collection of direct to VHS sequels. What the hell? But yeah, look at the, oh, we can customize the carpet, the walls, accents, the neon, the ceiling. There's a bundle. Oh my god. Jesus. Thank you. There was all kinds of stuff over there. Did you see that? It looks like there's a lot of customization. Yeah, and obviously we're only gonna be able to do so much right now just because of the limited time. God damn. Hi, welcome to the store. I know what my store is gonna look like. I want to be able to just play around with it. Ooh, we're running low on movies. So it's getting near the end of the day. You gonna try roadside research? Yes. Yeah, for sure. There you are. Have a good one. Good boy. What did I make that employee do? Oh my god, I have room for more now. Restock shelves. Wait. Customer. Okay, checkout desk. Rental returns. That's what it was. Well, I'm going to hire you to restock the shelves. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Shit. You know what? I'm going to fire you. We're going to hire you. Restock the shelves. And then we're going to get this. Oh no, I don't have enough money. Oh no. All right, make it work. It'll be fine. Oh my. Cardi D. Good lord. Blockbuster's color scheme, here I come. I think that could be a really cool one. Yeah. I was about to say, are you gonna do it? So there's so I have 3 employees right now. So she's restocking. Now I wonder, there has to be someone else that gets it from the truck, right? So I could do that technically. I put all this stuff here and then they could go put it on the shelves out there. Yeah, see, that's the move. Okay, we're figuring out each playthrough. We're figuring out more and more. Backup Tina. Backup Tina. What the hell? Who the hell's Backup Tina? Oh, who's this guy? Try this, Trixie. Hi, hey, how are you? Sloppy the Clown. Oh my God. Oh, I hate you so much. Did you see their jersey? Okay, listen. I know it's not much, but it works. $8.98. Yeah. With the options in game, did you expect anything less? No. I want to swing so bad. Oh, they're off. Oh, they're off. Oh. Oh, they're not working anymore. Looks fine to you. I bet it does. I was like, wait, I didn't order anything else. All right. What else is new that we didn't see? We're getting down there. We're getting closer to the other movies too. Snacks. We almost got Spite. There's Spite Lemon, Spite Watermelon, Sour Sludge, Volt Energy, Little Licks, and Big Pop. Oh, booster packs. Shelves. Okay, had a bigger shelf. Side hustle. Movie mixing. I don't have enough money. Oh, shit. Can you guys give me extra money, please? Okay. Let's see what I get from them. 4 cents. Okay. What do you need? $5.98. Okay. Oh, bitch. Is it because I'm level 5 that we unlocked that? Booster pack sales will get you lots of money. We don't have a lot of time though. We're running out of time. It's about to be over here very, very, very soon. So next time we would have to, I think, just if we were to do it again, just expedite the process even more. Hey, can you hurry up, please? Thank you. What's that sound? Hey, Mr. Song. Yeah, by the time I get it, it's gonna be too late. I don't know, man. I think we might have to make one more go at this just to see if we can get to that point where we can mix movies. You know? Get the most out of it. It's about to be over. Oh, what? Stop looking so damn happy. There it goes. See, but I didn't realize that we would get to that point. Here on mobile at bowling. Oh my God, $6 short. Yeah, but we wouldn't have a lot of time as it is to have done any of the mixing anyway. Yeah. All right. I kind of want to try. Do I, or do I just save it? Because we could save it for another night. It does look cool. There's so much stuff that I want to get into. It's so unfortunate how short it is. So your run can only get so far, and then all your progress is gone, and then you got to do it again. Yeah. How long until you're let go for eating the overpriced box of candy? Listen, I was hungry. They didn't feed me. Gotta be patient. Another month, I know. I'm gonna start knocking on the door. Hey, so you wouldn't mind if I checked out the game, would you? Listen, I need my fix, man. I need my retro fix. I need it. It stops me from going to eBay. All right. I think what we'll do is we'll call it there. Next time with friends, more people to do things. Yeah. I think we'll call it there for this game and we'll switch over to Faz. Next time, we will play this with friends. Yeah. Getting some Doug funny vibes. They literally have a hairdo that is called Doug, D-U-G. Yeah. But this is super cool and I can't wait to try it even more. I can't wait to check out all the things, mess with the store customization. Shit, I might do some of this offline. Just saying. Okay? I'm just saying. So, very freaking cool. All right, let's put our camera back up where it belongs. Did they say when the full release is? No, the only thing we know about that is that it's supposed to be in March. That's the only information we've been given so far. That's it. All right. Starting up Phasmer Ferbers. Did you say if you're going to stream? Oh, I'm absolutely going to stream it when it comes out. Oh, 1,000,000%. Yeah, I'm going to play this even more offline just to mess around and look for stuff.
I've prepared some jobs for you.
That's the plan. All right, let me change up a few things real fast and then I'll be ready to rock. Oh yeah. Listen, man. I've been waiting for this damn game, just itching, waiting for it to come out. All right, I'm going to end things over on the other side so that I can restart them because I can't change the name. All right, this. All right, give me a moment, friends. I need to adjust the title and all that jazz. The game is pure nostalgia bait. I know, and I love it. It's great. As a 90s Nick kid, it definitely hits the feels. Bye, Mr. Song. Have fun, sir. Yeah. Very freaking cool. All right. That is good. Means I probably need to adjust this too. Actually, I'm going to end things over there too. All right. Tubes, I appreciate you, friends. We're going to keep playing Faz though. Makes me the good old days going to the video store. I know. It's just, it's not a thing that like, especially kids of today are like ever going to experience. There's no reason. But did you know that there are movie companies that are putting out VHSs to this day? Like are releasing new releases on VHS purposely? Remember going? And I do too. We had one right down the street. It wasn't even that far away. Okay. It's been years. Yeah, they turned the Blockbuster near us turned into a Mexican restaurant. Like 2 or 3 different types. It went from one to another to another. And it's like, but it was a Blockbuster forever. It was a Blockbuster for so long. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. Oh, I never fixed. You know what? I never fixed my case number. It's all right. I'll have to do that another day. I'll just guess. Turn into a nail salon. Damn. What's funny is like, I see posts, people post all the time about like buildings that were built specifically to look a certain way for a certain brand. and how people never see them anymore. Bro, I have 2 Pizza Huts near me that are still the hut roof. Like, they never change them, and I don't know if they ever will. I don't want them to. Hey, Lesser Diamond, I haven't had a chance to check, friend. Wrath, thank you so much for the 3 months. Hello. Flip phone's coming back. I would love a clamshell iPhone. A clamshell iPhone I would buy in a heartbeat. All right, let's warm up. Let's go to Tangle Streets. Let's go to Tangle Streets. I have one where I am too. It's still the same. Isn't it great? Ours, we even have one that's still a buffet. Like during the day. They still do buffet tables and stuff, which is awesome.
Going to be a tough one. We've had reports of violence, and it looks like they left in a hurry.
Oh, I appreciate you, Wrath. Thank you, friend. Should have done Willow. I need to see the garage. I'll do Willow after this. I need to see the garage. As if you haven't played that map 15,000 times. All right. Do I see, is there like... Is there a motion blur? Book it. When you see the outside of the garage, who looks at the outside? Some people, when we're looking for eggs and stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's okay. I don't know why that seems weird. Hey, Pog, how are you? Case number 4. We need to cleanse, motion sensor, and crucifix. Sounds good. Let's go. Plan on getting the other endings. Maybe. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier today. Just, it's so tough wanting to be able to play all the new games that are coming out and then also go back and play the other games we've played when I'm not a full-time creator. So it's tough to be able to take advantage of that time. What did I hear? Did I hear a stuffed animal? No, it must be in there. All right. I don't know what the temps are in here, but we'll figure it out in a minute. Really good, actually? Hell yeah. I'm good. Doing better for sure. Better for sure. Monday we were freaking out because of the way things were going, and then emergency things. I got new stuff. Mr. Chinggis came over. He was a helpful little bean. So, yeah. Doing good, man. Doing good. Well, I don't need you, but we'll just take it to the door. I see you beat Faz, so it made you go back to the beginning of the case numbers. Hi, Mr. Carr. Oh my God. I just forgot with the new PC stuff that you got to reset it. I totally forgot. I brought my flashlight to the truck. Falling apart. What happened? Basically falling apart. Everything's getting old. The graphics card was starting to degrade. I was getting restarts and crashes very often. So, was that my breath? Yeah. So it was its way of telling me, hey, how about instead of waiting for that PC, we get it now. So not exactly a fan of doing that, but you know, we had to do what we had to do. It's okay. It's supposed to storm where you live tomorrow. Damn. We were supposed to get like 5 or 6 inches of snow, and then apparently it went north, and now we're not going to get it anymore. I don't know. Whatevs, dog. I wonder if my audio stayed too. It did. Lovely. Hey, newbie. You should totally use that mirror hanging on the wall. All right, you got it. You're just writing the book. You bastard. I could have recorded that. Where are you?
Right here.
No, I'm right here. $68 here today, be 35 on Saturday. Damn. Army vets, thank you for the 40 months. Help me, Natalie. Thank you for the gift. Hello. The first spirit box response I get is me. Why are you talking to yourself? All right, spirit box, writing. Dio, Mayor Moore. I'm not going to get a Dio, right? Oh, look, you answered yourself. Natalie, thank you for the daily heartbeat, friend. That's funny. That's funny. It mimicked me. That bastard. All right, I have like no media. I really need to kick it up a notch. I could try to get a Dio response. That'd be funsies. It's like the Grinch scene. You're an idiot. No, I'm an idiot. You're an idiot. All right. Let's get that. I can't get that because it stopped. I'll turn this on. I'll tell you though, it does feel pretty schmoove. It does feel pretty schmoove. This car got me the IRL tier 2. That's freaking awesome. It led me in here to say shush and then took a shit in the sink. What kind of house is this? Oh yeah, feed pics. You're right. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. In the mirror too. Ka-chow. Do I need a picture of the ghost? No. Gotcha. That door sounded weird. Let's go ahead and turn off this. Wait. Where are you?
Getting close, Nick.
There we go. I need 4 videos and a photo. 4 videos and a photo. Where are you?
Death.
Well, don't mind me. Well. Friend. Invader, welcome in. Hello. What if the new Tanglewood has a room with the rewind 99 carpeting? Oh, dude, if they had like an arcade room, how sick would that be? Oh, I'd be a happy little camper. All right, let's not let the Dio kill us this time. So, what am I going to get video of? Oh, I could get more writing. That could be possible. Hey, Potato, how the ghosties been? This is my first one. We played Rewind 99 for the first part of stream. Technically, the demo itself is only like 30 or 40 minutes long, but we redid it. When I say the demo is only 30 or 40 minutes, I mean after like the in-game time only allows you to go for 30 or 40 minutes and then it cuts you off. Yeah. No, hey, oh no, Twitch as well. At least you know what it is, right? Amen. I'll take it. Oh, I could do wait. I don't even have a photo of the EMF going off. Got all kinds. Oh, God. Oh, you went away. Whatever. I don't even care. Idiot. Hey, Bomber. How are you? 2 videos. I could get Firelight and Crucifix. Oh, come on. I backed away from you. I could also get Hunting video too. Yes. So I was able to replay the demo by just starting a new game. There we go. Sound, video, photo, prevent a hunt with crucifix and cleanse. So we'll just do both of those here in a second. And then we'll have it hunt for funsies so we can take it for a walk. Yeah, the demo, it only lasts until like the end of Tuesday in game. And then after that, it's over. It cuts it off for you. But you can start a new game and restart from the beginning and then take what you've learned and just try to get further. Yeah. Rose, it was great. There's so much stuff I want to do. Valerie, oh, thank you for the follow. Hello. Celia, hello. Come on, hello. Thank you for the rose. Obsidian, thank you for the follow. All right. I need you to event more so you can eat this, please. Where are you?
Right here.
Stop talking to myself. Where are you?
It's taken away.
Are you here? Where are you?
Right here.
Where are you?
Close to busting.
I hope I'm not. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Ghost fart. Hey, you're almost in hunting range. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here?
Taken away.
Are you angry?
A tragic death.
Are you old?
A young individual.
They're a young individual. I call shenanigans. Hi, Logan. Come on. Thank you for the ice cream. Thank you. Most times you can't. I know. Yeah. I can never get my own response. And now I get it like 3 times. Jay, thank you for the 2-month Prime friend. Hello? Do you want to hunt today? Oh, fuck this. What am I doing? I'm such a dummy. Such a dum-dum. Such a stupid head. All right. There we go. We'll go get more smudges and come inside and let it hunt us so we can take it for a walk. Such a dum-dum. Gnome, welcome in. Hello. Does the spirit box actually say close to... The spirit box technically says close to bustling neighborhood, but it definitely does not sound like it says close to bustling neighborhood. That's for sure. All right, we'll take it to the kitchen so we can walk it around the counter for some snacks. Turn that on, turn that on. Certainly doesn't sound like it. No, it does not. No. Sure, yeah, that's definitely what it's supposed to sound. Okay. Yeah, sure, whatever you say. Just shut the door and then open the door. That's what it's actually supposed to say. So whenever they gave us line, we're talking here. So rude. So whenever they gave us lines to read, listen, hotshot, I'm already so sick of you. God. Stop being so needy. When they gave us lines to read, I didn't think anything of it because obviously it didn't sound like it would cut off and sound like that. Can't shame the ghost for being freaky. Yes, we can. Certainly we can. Here comes friend. Friend. Hi. That wasn't very nice. Hey. Here, throw the potato. Catch. She didn't catch. If not friend, why friend shaped? Right? That's what I'm saying. Ronan's gonna get you? Nah. Nah. Gotta be using the right hats, man. Oh my god, Natalie. I forgot that the sounds were still on over there. Oh my god. Natalie, thank you, friend. I don't even know how to disable it. Because I just... There we go, sorry. There it is. Natalie, thank you, homie. Rain, hi, friend. I'm so sorry. There we go. I feel the Dio can be scary if you don't know if you have a Dio. Well, it was just the other day that we were getting fast goes every single round, and then on Woodwind, I thought we had another fast ghost, so I smudged and ran and hide. And when I was hiding, I ran and hid. When I was hiding, that's when we learned it was a Dio. Yeah. All right. That's perfect game. Get me out of here. I need to go to Willow so that way Mel can see the outside of the garage. Wait, can I open it? I didn't circle Dio. There we go. Roger that. That may or may not be. I'm sure it is. Oh, sure. Don't clip all the good stuff. Let's clip all the bad. That was close. Yeah, almost didn't get it. Fun fact, in case you were unaware and you're new, you can reopen the truck if you close it. Yeah. So that way you're not struggle bussing, trying to click something or do whatever you need to do. Perfect deal. Nice. All right, Twiller Street. For case number
We've arrived.
Case number
Check
4.
the equipment and get set up
Died to a
before
deal. Listen. Not okay.
to report, unfortunately.
Listen, I know I don't want to take your shtick. I know that dying to a DO is kind of like your bag. Fry. Listen here, homie. Oh my god. Thank you so much for the galaxy, dude. Love the realization. It was pure defeat. I think that's what it was. I knew it was the end and there was nothing I could do about it. I just accepted what it was. Head first. Thank you for the daily. Fry. Thank you, homie. Oh my god. I'm not playing with viewers, friend. Don't even remember the last time I died to a DO. Well, I do. And it was literally just the other day. That was the first time I died to a DO in quite a long time. Any Hoosiers? Lucy. We need motion sensor, 25% and capture video. I've been trying to purposely bring in more media when I first go into the house. So that way I capture it early. I feel like I've been doing a really bad job about that. Fry, thank you for the daily. Thank you for the level up, Sparks. All right. I need to go over here for her. All right. Mel, I don't know if you're watching or not, but here's the outside. She's rebuilding Willow inside of WoW. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right here. I'm going to do a little pan. Oh, here. Well, actually, I'll do some angles. So we'll start like this. Do a little pan. Do a little pan. Hey, Ghost. How are you? Come back. Slow pan. We did think it was a rev. That's exactly what we thought it was. Yeah. What game is this? Sonic. Did my first nightmare investigation by myself on Tangle. It was a rev. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Let's go to this side. Tempted to remake the Faz houses in Hightail. Oh, that'd be a fun idea. I still haven't had a chance to get into Hightail. I really want to. So this isn't Hightail? No. This new Sonic game looks spooky. Listen, I was playing Sonic 2 the other day on my Sega. Sonic 2. Dude, that's, I think, like, even though Sonic 1, like, is legendary, I think Sonic 2 I probably played more than any of the others. Remade them in The Sims. Nice. Zelda? Which one? Ocarina? Ocarina, right? Hunter, welcome in. Hello. All right. If she needs more, we can always do more. I wonder... Wait. No. They don't do the outside, I don't think. Do they? Hold on. Hold, please. I just had a thought. But I don't think they take pictures of the outside. I could be wrong about this. Let me go see. Unofficial cheat sheet. Because on this, there is it the 3D thing? No, that's his models. I don't remember where it is. I can pull it up on the screen in a second. It's this. Go to Willow Street, Map Explorer, and then 360 view. Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, so technically she can do this. So another really cool thing about the unofficial cheat sheet, I'll show you. So when you go on this site, phasmocheatsheet.com, lots of awesome tools. I love it so much. I love the team. You click on whatever map you need. One thing that's really cool that you can do is you can do a 360 style view of the map, like walking through it like you're on Google Maps or whatever it is. So like I'm on Willow, I go to Map Explorer, I go to the front door, I can now look around freely like this. But like if I want to try to remember where something is, I can do this and now I can look around the rooms. Like MapQuest, yeah. And then you can go wherever it is that you need to go. Or what you can do is just expedite the process and go directly to where you want. It's like, you know what? I forgot what that one thing looked like in the boys' bedroom on Willow. Got it. Go there. Now you can see. Yeah. Love it. It's so cool. It's just such a cool idea. Show labels. Animate labels. Show fill. I guess that's whenever you go back here. sure. But yeah, there's all kinds of fun stuff, man. All kinds of goodies. I love it. I use that whenever we're doing challenges where the ghost speed is not 100%. It's like 50 or 150. It's really nice to hear the speeds. Hey, Tiffany. Thank you for the heartbeat, friend. All right, let's go. Aw, crap. I got cards. Google Maps are fast. Yeah, like MapQuest, like they were saying. Boner Jam. Yeah, Grumpy, it has all kinds of stuff, man. Can you see the cursed possessions in the room explorer view also? It depends if the cursed possession is an open air space. So like we couldn't see the voodoo doll inside of the boys' bedroom because it's in a cabinet. But if you were able to go back here, you'd see the Ouija or you'd see the mirror. Yeah. Hey, Shaked. All right. Let's start looking for orbicals. Man, I got Sonic music stuck in my head. It's gonna be downstairs, isn't it? You know it. I know it. We all know it. Said the redeem. Yeah, the lights are not working right now because I've got it set up with me again since it's the new PC stuff. Partial door open. Maybe. Oh, look, an orb. Where'd it go? Hey, get back in here. There we go. Nice. Where was that? Hey, where'd you throw the stuff? Damn it. I'm on Nightmare, Grumpy. Yeah. Today especially, just making sure that everything is working as intended. Making sure that everything is running smoothly. Which it has been so far. I'm not going to get you, am I? Am I? Haha, gotcha. Love you, Granny. Kisses. Turn the power on, do that. Yeah, we switched to the PC stuff over yesterday, and then I was doing some testing today, and it was around, I worked from home today because I woke up with a migraine, which sucks, but it is what it went away eventually. I was going to do a test during lunch, and the electrician was here, and I was like, hey, I'm going to be in there doing blah, blah, blah. I was like, let me know when you need to get in here to get to, because my breaker box is in here. I was like, if you need in here, let me know. That's totally fine. Well, he was working and he was putting devices on, and he was doing it with the breaker on. So he must have crossed the wires, hit the neutral and the hot, and tripped the breaker while I was live testing during lunch. It's like, mother. Like, well, I guess we're not testing anymore. So yeah, so tonight, this was the first real test. Either get far basement orbs or late orbs in the living room after. Oh, that sounds like me. Yeah, I usually get the same. The breaker on's very bold of him. Yeah, but I think as an electrician, when you've done it enough times, it's not that bad if you know what you're doing. It's really not. Like, I've done it before. It's 120. It'll bite you. Like, if it hits you, you'll feel it. But, you know. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? At least you're at least the electrician isn't a djinn. Yeah, but what if he overloaded the breaker and it tripped that way? It could still be a djinn. I have an electrician over because we are getting our basement done. It's been unfinished for 4 years, and we finally started to get work done on it. So they were over helping plugs, switches, all that jazz. Done it before? Gotten hit by your power? I did lots of times. You feel it, you jump for a second, and then you're fine. You just keep going. It's fine. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Jess, welcome in. Hello, Day, welcome in. I'm gonna bring this and this and this and hope that it doesn't kill me. Had to replace a fuse in my car, and I was so paranoid. I'm disconnecting my battery first. Oh my god. No, it's really not that bad. I mean, it really isn't. Never trust myself with electricity. You just have to be careful. You just have to know how to do it. There's There's a twofer. Average Joel. What up, dude? All right, throw something so I can get an EMF photo. Let's go. Will that work? Bro, I can't. Oh, you bitch. It didn't work either. Damn, you know, I was hopeful that that would still work. Oh, well. Live, love, guard, hello. I had to try. Hey, Charles, welcome in. Oh, Ghost Fart. Always watch the Instagram, YouTube videos. Finally was able to catch a stream. Welcome in, dude. I appreciate you. Hey, Reed. Only on my second map. Are you a Banshee? What the? Although, no, you farted on me. I don't have any evidence right now, right? Computer is doing well, Moon. It is doing well. It's playing, I mean, the game is more smooth than it's ever been while I've been streaming. I could say that confidently. Oh yeah, orbs. Oh, duh. I'm probably gonna have freezing or something. Yeah, so it's been going well. Lots of singing. Ultraviolet orbs and dots. How much you want to bet? It's dots. I mean, UV. It was great to finish studying and then getting to see the stream. Bearded Lewis, hello. Reed, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you guys. Welcome in. But yeah, it's been going well, man. Maybe just was a ghost in it last time. It could have been. Just screwing with us the entire time. Savage, hello, hi. Hey, how are you? Let's get a smudge. What I want, UV. And this too. Yeah, yeah. I don't think it's going to be dots. I feel like we would have seen it by now. She's been a singer like 3 times in a row, which is making me feel like this might be a Banshee. Maybe. It is a female ghost. I mean, we saw his grandma. Her name is Lucy Winter. So we will see. Possible Banshee. Maybe. I'm wondering if it's going to be UV. I'm a little curious. I'm not superstitious. Just a little titious. Hey, you want to flip a switch or touch a Nor? Eh? No freezing. Hey, Booty Juice, what up? Snazzy new. It's treating us well so far, friend. Yeah, I've honestly have probably needed something like it for a while. Oh, well. Lottie Uncle Tom Da. Who'd have thunk it? It's UV. I got a feeling. Motion sensor, 25%. I need another photo. I need 2 videos. I need 2 sounds. Our pet's heads are falling off. Oh, that went away. Easy way to identify Banshee on Zero Sandy evidence while solo. Parabolic. Yeah, the Banshee scream is for sure a way. Zero evidence, zero sanity. Another way would be, I know it would be annoying because you need to wait for a few hunts. I've already got a bone photo. Is to see if it stalks you. Come on, give me the Banshee wail on this. Wasn't around in Baron's stream to ask him today, but is Chinggis doing okay? Last I heard, yes. I think so. Chinggis, are you okay? Savage, welcome in. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Hey! My ghost gave up. Head first, hello. My ghost gave up. Hey! Hello? Hello? It's not very vocal. Oh. And then there's that. Ghost? Oh, it's gonna take too long. Oh, you suck! I hate your face, and you're gonna fart on me! My God, stop. I'm gonna record something double. I know it for sure. Nope, I didn't. Okay, we're good. All right, I can get a video of the crucifix. That's another singing event. Photos, done. I need 2 videos, and that's it. 2 vidges. Hey, Leopard, how are you? Head to bed. Good night, Apocalypse. Oh, ads are about to start, too. Just heads up, friends. Ads are about to start. Just a heads up. Hey, Soph. I've already got a wait. Haha. There we go. And then when she bites this, I can eat I can do this. That's another singing event, by the way. Hey, what up, Davini? How are you, homie? Can always move it. Oh, I'll need to move it. If she's in this room, staying in this room, and I need to get this as a video, there's no point moving it. Might as well keep it here. If she starts hunting from over that way or something, then I'll just tuck back here. I've got a smudge. Just playing the waiting game. It's evented on me a lot. It's already tried to hunt. Now I'm not sure what it's doing. Is stay an option? No. Banshee, Hantu, Obake. And because we don't have freezing, we could say no to that. So it's either Banshee or Obake. It's done like 6 singing events. It's got to be. Never lucky with smudges? Oh, it just got to be calculated. There we go. That's everything. So now what I could do, just to make sure we know what the ghosty is, it's already eaten the crucifix both times. We go up a stairs. Mimic? I mean, it's possible. It is possible. But no spirit box, no freezing. Just the odds are lower is all. So if I get a Banshee scream, that would kind of seal the deal, because the chance of a mimic mimicking a Banshee, it's a 1 in 27 chance, right? Now, it can't stalk across floors, but just in case, we'll play a little safe. The ghost, Lucy Winter. Here, actually, let's wait for the ads to finish. I'll just say we're waiting for the ads. There we go. We shall wait. Big Fluffy, hello, welcome in. But yeah, if it's a male ghost, then you know that it can't be a Banshee and it can't be a die-in. But no, we have a female ghost. He's a female ghost. Dahlia! Hello, friend. How the hell are you? How goes it? How goes the things in the stuff? Oy vey. Miss Mo. No, you're good. No worries. Things are okay. Good. Good. Good, good, good. 10 more seconds and then we're going back in. Just 10 more seconds. That's it. Gotta wait for the ads. I'm excited to try more of Rewind 99. I can't wait. Hey, Buns. How are you? What song is on? Do exclamation point song. Yeah, that should work. I had to start using a different bot because the other one was failing me. So added a different one, or used the one from Nightbot. That one does work. So gets the job done. Just got done playing and getting the weekly challenges done. Nice. All right, we go back inside. We are currently trying to see if it's a possible Banshee. Oh, I don't need that, do I? Although this could be useful if the ghost somehow makes it upstairs. Oh. Banshee whale? No? Not feeling it? All right. Can it scream during a hunt? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. All right, Ghosty is... That was upstairs, by the way. That was a Banshee scream from the bathroom area. But she's down here. What? Trying to get her during a hunt. We'll try one more time. Oh, moms, you're right. Oh, I forgot. I wonder if that actually is working. I feel like that's been so finicky. You're right. So a Banshee can't stalk you to another floor unless the ghost's main room is in a basement or an attic. I totally forgot. The ghost room is in the basement, which means that the Banshee can stalk me to this room if it felt like. Which is dangerous. Hence why this exists. Hey, Paige. Yeah, Phantom can stalk you anywhere. It doesn't matter. You could be on the bottom floor of Point Hope. It could be all the way at the top. It can make it all the way downstairs. But a Banshee on most maps can only stalk you to another floor. It's not funny. Can only stalk you to another floor if its main room is an attic or basement. On Point Hope, it can stalk the room above and below it. Let's try this again. Our goal is to get a Banshee scream in the middle of the hunt. You seen me? Wrong direction! She wasn't having it. One more for the road? Eh? In 3, 2, 1. Quick, somebody do it. Frame rate's looking mighty crisp and clean there. It's definitely not struggling like it was before. That's for damn sure. Trying to rock 5-year-old equipment and run as much stuff as I do. It was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. That's a bombshell. Computer's good, man. It's doing really well. Sneaky, thank you for the rose. Hello. Helium, thank you for the follow. Welcome in.
Welcome back. I prepared some jobs for
Oh,
you.
I never did the motion sensor. Oh, poo. That's okay. Need to try Demonologist again. Oh, you mean with the new stuff? Oh, maybe. Yeah, there's some stuff like I definitely want to try Reanimal now with Break. I want to try that now that things are on the nice and steady. So trust it will all be put into plan. I mean, it will all be put into the works. All right, let's go to the diner. I think Demonologist will kill anything at the moment.
Take a look at the equipment and prepare
Listen.
accordingly before starting the investigation.
Hey, Sadie, how are you? Any
Whoever was
organs?
here must have summoned the ghost with a cursed object. Investigate it, but be
Maybe the
careful.
specs can
We
handle
don't know
Reanimal,
what it's
yeah.
capable of.
Devour, I did play. I played that like once or twice. Not too much. Will it run Crisis? Wait, what? Will it run a what? Kaylee, welcome in. Hello. Will it run a what? The door thing moved? Yeah, but that's not the ghost. The ghost doesn't become active until you open one of the exterior doors. So it's just a bug that the thing just lifts for no reason. Yeah. If the ghost is over here, it's just a coinky dink. Did I just get it? Yeah, literally yesterday. Yeah. No, not a new monitor. Nope, same monitor. Oh, gross. Oh, God, I can't escape it. Oh, God. Species Unknown, even on the old PC, ran great. Yeah, that game, as beautiful as it is, does not run very heavy. Ghost, where are you? Hello? Can I cook you a meal while you're here? Yeah, what do you want? Want some eggs? Yeah, super surprising. Man, I can't wait until they add prox chat to that game. It's gonna be so great. What the hell, bruh? Oh, it's here. Oh, you suck. That doesn't make it any better. Oh, let's check for EMF 5. Oh, or not. It just doesn't give me an EMF reading. That's fine. F me. Bacon and eggs. I don't know about the bacon part. Oh, well, if the room's the hallway, yeah, that can make sense. New map, new monster soon. If there's no prox chat, I'm gonna be able to live it. Yeah, okay. It's doing it through the stuffs and the things. Not a fan of cherry pie. Oh, I love most pies. Caustic, thank you for the rose. Hello. Yeah, I've been begging for prox chat for that game ever since they released it. So, one of these days, Alice, finally get my dreams. My dreams. This, that, do this. Now that we know where you are, it's back in this hallway right here. Actually, you know what? For right now, I'm going to leave that. And I'm going to take this, and I'm going to drop this. We're going to bring these. Do that instead. Dark Raven, hello. My left eye is hurting. All right, Ghosty. Where you at, bruh? Bomber, thank you for the 2 months. What does this button do? I don't know. I just work here, man. All right, put that there. Turn the lights off and go get more stuff. If you get 500, you're happy. Oh, in the game? Hey, man, money's money. When you've only played for so long, you can only have your expectations so high. You can't expect to be watching people do these crazy, crazy multipliers and then expect being in the game for only like a few hours that you should be able to do it too. They do it to challenge themselves. And there's zero wrong with that. Let's check the cameras. It's not that easy to see, but if it lifts the book from here, we would be able to see it. I'm not seeing orbs right now. It's not doing dots just yet. Level 47. Yeah, it's still new. It's still brand spanking new. First time using Prime. Does it auto renew? No, it does not. No, for Prime, you have to renew manually every time. Yeah, I literally set an alert on my phone so that I don't forget to use it. All right, it's doing nothing. Let's go back. Watching Dave do Lino Pocket. They're crazy. I don't know how they do it, man. Texas, welcome in. Hello. Yeah, the Nukapak and all the stuff that they do. No, not for me. Not for me. I don't have that much patience, man. Let's assume you're still here. Which you are. All right, no UVs. Good to know. What do I do for a day job? I am a professional video editor. and cinematographer. I've been doing that professionally for about 9 years. Where are you? Are you here? Where are
It
you?
was taken away.
No TV time. No, no. Good night, Paige. Oh God. Oh God. It's like it was so it happened so quietly. What is over there? What is that? What? Do you see that? Like the light? What the hell is that? I don't know what that is. It's a crawler. It's a crawler. So the spirit box, we have dots. Dio's a possibility again. Well, you're not that. Ooh. But Ghosty wants TV time for bed? No. Not allowed. Kim got upset. You took her TV time. Good. We only watch Dusty's Trail around here. Yeah, I'm kind of sad that they don't have Dusty Trail on like every TV. All right, I wonder if I can get a photo of her. I don't know if I'm necessarily ready for a perfect game, but a photo would be pretty sweet. What if it's Hey Arnold? Hey, let's go. Which episode? That's the real question. Pasty, welcome in. Hello. Hello. Thank you for all the likes, friend. Yeah, let's see how long we last today. It's already 11:30. All right, I need you to show up for a photo, please. Hello. Oliver monsters. I'm down. Some crumb. Oblina. Rusty's Trail. Hey! Only 8:30 for you? Well, aren't you the lucky one? Did I just see dots coming out of that door? Where are you?
Not far from their home.
Are you here?
An elderly individual.
Nobody asked you. Where are you?
Found far from their home.
Are you here?
In a way.
Oh no!
Elderly victim.
Oh, I tried. It showed up for like a heartbeat and it's gone. Where are you?
An elderly victim.
Where are you?
Upon reaching,
You son of a bitch. Are you here?
taken away.
Are you here?
Slips away.
An event would be great. Where are you?
Upon reaching,
Where are you?
Close to a bustling.
That's disgusting. Where are you? Are you here?
they here in the
Where are you?
taken away.
Where are you?
Was taken away.
Are you here?
Close to a bustling.
Dude, not twice in one go. Jesus Christ. Where are you? Are you here?
Taken away.
Taking a wee. Where are you?
Upon reaching,
I'm telling you, the dots is such a troll, man. Which creator has that iconic line? I can't remember whose line that is. Where are you? Dude just wants to party? All right. Where are you? Are you here?
not from behind.
Where are you?
Far.
Which one is mine? I have 3 voice lines on the spirit box. Where are you?
Taken away.
The last, oh my God, the last game we played, or the game we played Tanglewood, I got myself 3 times. Where are you?
Killing. Here in the
Are you here?
slips away.
Are you angry?
An attack was
Where are you?
taken away.
Trying my heart out, man. It's just not happening. You sneaky bit. I wanted to show up in front of me for this because it's just, you know what? Hold on. There we go. That's not as annoying. Just in case it decides to do it. Where are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you moving into there? I still see my breath out here. It says close to a bustling city. It's not dirty. You think whatever you want to think. Ghost, where are you?
Close and
Are you here? I mean, it's even possible that it's still a Dio. A chance of a yokai. If this is a yokai, I give up because we've been doing nothing but talking this entire time. Gross. Where are you?
far from there. And I'll leave.
So you're telling me that this is either a phantom or a yokai? I mean, I crossed off the wrong thing. So you're telling me this is either a Dio or a yokai? What is my cursed possession? You know what I kind of want to try? It's going to look a little silly. And she might actually insta-hunt me. I guess we'll find out in a minute. Uh-oh. When she dots, I want to make her a vent. Like, will she go from dot form to physical form immediately? I'm just curious. This might get me killed, but I think it's worth the science. Okay, it's over here. Or watch this. Hold on. Watch. Oh no! I ruined it. I ruined it. It was for science, but I screwed it up because of the stupid tier 3 crucifix. God damn it. Ah, that's all right. We'll just sit here and burn our sanity. Whatever. Stupid crucifix. You know what? No. I'm going up here to listen to Dusty's Trail. Oh, you're coming too? Oh, here. I'll play for both of us.
Let's follow the path of Dusty's Trail. Oh, Dusty's Trail. Dusty's Trail. A stage and a wagon ahead.
We'll wait for her to start hunting. If she comes directly to this room, well, we know what she is. Try and get a Dio response? What do you think I've been doing this entire time? You think I was sitting there asking the ghost, where are you 3,500 times just for funsies? I think the old jukebox was better too. Yeah, I don't know why they changed it in the first place. I don't have an answer. I don't know. The path on Dusty's Trail. Only complaints how loud the music is. You mean the TV or the jukebox? Both? I think the TV's fine. I think the jukebox is really loud. Any day now, Ghosty. You know, Dio. If it's, again, we've talked so much near it. If it's a yokai, what the hell? All right, Dusty, that's enough. That's enough. Hey, why didn't you want to talk to me before? I called you and called you and called you and you never showed. Got another Dio. I'll put the light in her face. Yeah, get blinded, idiot. Yeah, that's what you get. Made her sad? Good. Oh yeah? Here's some ketchup. some mustard and a smudge. Enjoy. Enjoy, stupid. Enjoy, stupid. Right, we tough talk the ghost. Yeah, come here. Come here. Come over this way. Yeah. Yeah. Get waffled on, idiot. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Get waffled on. Yeah. You don't want none? All right, got it. Now I can go sell this on eBay. Let's get out of here. Stressing you out. No wonder she didn't want to talk to you. What? Because I was calling her an idiot? She kind of deserved it. Well, why is it one little specific spot on that waffle you can pick up? There we go. That's the way the truck should look. Everybody should have a waffle. Everybody should have a waffle. Because I threw mustard at her. Yeah, but I didn't throw mustard at her until after the fact. So that doesn't count. Yeah. Don't you call your friends? Don't your friends call you idiot? Right. That's how you know that they're your real friends, because they're honest with you and they're real. Hey, Christy, new to Faz. Love watching you and Doc. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you. Never had the Dio actually sprint at me. The freaker. Never had the Dio actually sprint at you. What do they normally do for you? What the hell? Sinister, welcome in. All right. Friends, we're going to go find somewhere to raid. I appreciate you for hanging out. Talkie Takes, thank you for being here, friends. All the love. But it is getting late. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. It is getting later. It was a long day. 'Twas a long day. So let's go find somewhere to go. Oh, my goodness. But thank you, friends. I appreciate you hanging out. I can't wait to play Rewind 99 again. That was a freaking blast. I'm gonna check it out offline. I'm gonna check it out away from stream just so I can see what else there is to offer. Glad the fancy new computer is working. I know, dude. Thank God. Thank God. Who knew? All you have to do is just get an entirely new PC and then things work better. It's wild. Thank you, Supa. Blue, appreciate you. Guys, if you're not in the Discord and you want to get updated about when I go live, oh God, I think my Stream Deck might be screwed for the commands. That's okay. We can just do it manually. The Discord is right there in chat. So is the rest of the socials. I don't understand why it's all caps. There we go. But yeah, all the things are there, friends. Please make sure to check out whatever you need to. Make sure to check out all the midnight peeps that have been popping in. We upload a vid, or should I watch? Oh, will I upload a video of the playthrough of Rewind 99? Yes. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do like all of the playthroughs that I did and just make one video out of it, or do just one. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'll definitely have a video about it. Tiny Rex, thank you. Yeah, I mean, because I discovered new stuff each time. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, please. Okay, there we go. All right, let me go find somewhere for us to go. And also let me make sure that nobody accidentally tries to come over here. Where's my ability to stop this stuff? Where the hell? Thank you, Pog. There it is. Dunzo. Nice. All right, let's see where we're gonna go. Oh, my Lantas. Yeah, I'm tired. I didn't sleep well yesterday because I went to bed with a migraine. I woke up with one. That sucked. But look, I don't have one right now, which is wonderful. Freaking great. Let's see. Let us see. Okay. I think I might know where we're going to go. I think I got an idea. Getting weird sleeping amounts, which they've been so far. Low amounts, yeah. Yeah, same. Same. I'm not sleeping as much as I should be. But I mean, it's been that way for quite a long time, but like even less than what I normally do, which is not good. All right. All right. Let's go say hi. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, friends. I appreciate y'all so stinking much. Could be because the storm's coming over here. Oh, maybe. Yeah. Asleep. What'd that be? No, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys so much. I got everything like set back up for the most part. There's some things I have to adjust. I have to adjust this a little bit. That's a little finicky. I've got to mess with that stuff, but I was able to add it back. The fonts were being weird, so I had to like change the way that I added them in. That was strange. But for the most part, most other scenes and everything came over. So thank God didn't have to go back through and like reset up all that stuff. So it saved tons of freaking time. All right. Oh God, the raid message isn't going to work either. I'm going to have to mess with that too. All right, friends, if you're a follower, that is for you. If you're a sub, that is for you. Creepy tier 3s, you get your own. Yeah, I know. I'm glad to. Break, we'll have to find a day, friend, to where we can actually go and play the games. Now that I have a PC that's not going to try to poop on me. So we can do this stuff. Yeah, but we'll figure out a day, friend. We'll talk about it. There's all kinds of games, man. There's that like wizardry, stupid, funny game that I want to play. I want to do the roadside research game. There's all kinds of stuff, dude. There's so many games. Yap. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. Listen, people can talk badly about friend slop games all they want. They provide entertainment for a certain amount of time. It does look fun. Yeah, that's why I want to try it. I think it looks fun too. Get a group together and just have a blast. It's a great time. There you have it. All right, we are going to go raid our friend Bibbers. She is currently playing roadside research as it is. So I haven't played this yet. I've only seen a little bit about it, but it looks like a lot of fun. It was fun to play. You have a great group, friends. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for all the subs and the biddies and the follows. All the love, friends. We are almost 3/4 of the way to the monthly goal. All the love. You guys are fantastic. I will see you guys on Friday, where now that everything is running smoothly, we can have another fun stream. I love you all.